Canyon region. It's Bradshaw Mountain and Prescott, the 34th edition of the Crosstown Showdown. And tonight's game is brought to you by the Fiesta Bowl and Fiesta Sports Foundation. It's the Fiesta Bowl High School Football Showdown on CW7 as we bring you into our booth, which is fantastic because it is right here, basically in the bleachers. So the booth, of course, is the Santan Ford broadcast booth. I'm Jody Jackson alongside Cody Cameron. What a fun day it's been up here, Cody. And for me to experience this, to judge by the pep rally that we saw, to judge by the crowd here tonight, this is going to be amazing.
I mean, Jody, what else could you ask for, right? I mean, one of the best rivalries in the state of Arizona. It is jam-packed. To kind of set the scene, yeah, we have this beautiful Sports 360 AZ and Fiesta Bowl Showdown behind us, but to the left and right of me, in front of me, there's not a place to sit down in this venue. I cannot wait for this game. And honestly, we're at the tail end here, last week of the regular season. And when you look at the 4A rankings, there's still a lot to play for. If you look at Bradshaw Mountain, the Bears have dominated this year. They have also played the both top two seeds, Arcadia and Snowflake, this year. And there were games where they were right in it, especially in the Snowflake game. Bradshaw, they want the top 3 seed. To get that, they need to win today. This is a monster game. They don't want to go 4, 5, 6, 7, which could happen if they lose a game like this. And if you're Prescott, this is what you're playing for. Unfortunate season because it's kind of been daunted by so many injuries for Coach Collette's group. But guess what? When you talk to the kids and the coaching staff, none of that matters if they win this game. This is bragging rights for the next 364 days. Cannot wait to call it.
Yeah, you heard one of the athletic directors talk about it. It means so much for the community, and we got to dress like cowboys and cowgirls. What is better than that? Let's get down to the field, and Lexi Lambert has our coin toss. It's presented by the U.S. Army. Lexi?
Yes, I'm down here with Sean from Fiesta Sports Foundation. It is almost bowl season, which is so exciting. Tell me, what can we expect for the Rate Bowl and the Fiesta Bowl?
Yeah, so Rate Bowl is going to be on December 26th this year, day after Christmas. Great way to come out with your family. It'll be a matchup between a Big 10, Big 12 team. And then the Fiesta Bowl this year is on the 8th of January. It'll be a national semifinal game. And you can get your tickets and find out more about the foundation on FiestaSportsFoundation.org.
How are you guys going to be incorporating the community? Because that's what you guys are all about.
All right, yeah, I think the emphasis we're going to try to make during bowl season, our season never ends. And what we do and give back to the community because of what we're able to do with the 2 bowl games. We've raised $35 million for the community over the last 15 years and donated it back to the community. So it's our emphasis is just really making sure folks know that the Fiesta Sports Foundation season never ends. So when the lights go dark on January 8th, it's not over. So yeah,
that's for sure. Well, thank you so much. It's coin toss time.
Great. Thanks, Lexi.
Half. Yeah. You want the ball, right? Which way do you want to kick? That way? Hey, you guys turn over there with Mr. Bodway. You guys turn here with me. Prescott will receive the ball. Hey, shake hands. Have fun, gentlemen.
All right, well, there you have it. Bradshaw wins. They're going to defer and take the ball in the second half. And Cody, you've got our keys to the game tonight. What do you have for Bradshaw Mountain?
Yeah, let's start with the Bears here. Start fast offensively and do not let up. New offense coordinator Robert Ortiz, he's one of the best. He is incredible in his offense. Put up a ton of points. Should be no different here tonight. Communicate up front. That is huge, especially with the blitz schemes that the Badgers are going to bring here tonight. Could bring the house to stop Kylan Jackson. And then defensively securing tackles. Prescott, make somebody else, not named Kylan Jackson, beat you. He is the man in the 4A conference. Try to have somebody else beat you. Swarm to the football. Defensively means all 11 take great pursuit angles and wrap up, and max effort on every single play. If Prescott's going to win here tonight, Jody, it's going to be because of max effort. Coach Collette's teams are always really, really well coached. They get after it, so I really think those keys right there, they can execute.
Yeah, I love it. A lot of things that you hit on right there. Prescott, again, at 4-5 this season, they'd like to spoil things for the Grand Canyon region champion, which is Bradshaw Mountain at 7-2. And Cody, you talked about what this game means for them. can mean having home games when you look at the playoff potential here. So we're set to kick it off. The crowd is live, and boy, the stands over here on the Prescott side obviously are packed. Bradshaw Mountain too, they're sandwiched in over there with their band, and we are ready to go as Bradshaw Mountain, Titus Womble, the kicker, will send it to about the 10-yard line, where it is fielded there, and out to and across the 20-yard line is Kingston Douthit. Kingston Douthit with a nice return, and Prescott will begin their operation with the quarterback, Giovanni Puglisi. Saw him down there for senior night. And James Hefferon is their running back. They'll also have a few other guys out there at running back. Trace Overton, that's one of the areas they've been really banged up, and we'll talk about that during the broadcast. But they will get set here from the 26-yard line. Prescott starts it off. Puglisi to throw deep, far side, and it goes off the helmet and off the back of the defender.
Pass falls incomplete.
Falls incomplete, and no contact there, Cody, no flag.
How about that? Just totally slinging it right away here. And you mentioned with this Prescott offense, you cannot mention this Prescott offense without mentioning Jacob Chamberlain, who unfortunately is out for the season with a knee injury. He was the workhorse of that offense, Jody. They miss him a ton.
Starting lineup brought to you by Sanderson Ford, as the first handoff of the game goes to Rutger Funk. I talked to Cody Collette about Rutger Funk. First of all, you love the name. 6 feet, 185 junior is going to get some carries here tonight.
Yep, 100%. And I mean, that's Prescott's identity. They're going to want to go up the A and B gaps here and get in third and manageable situations. Unfortunately, Bradshaw's been really, really good at stopping the run this season. So I'm interested to kind of see that cat and mouse play.
And now the pass is complete out to the tight end, Eli Allen. And that is going to be good for a first down for Prescott. That is a big target. Eli Allen, 6'3", 235-pound junior.
Yeah, huge frame, a very nice, easy pitch and catch there. I thought he cleared it easily there, Jody. I thought he moved the sticks. I believe they are marking him. I think they're marking him just short of that first down. And maybe by inches. And so, to me here, we have a no-brainer for this Prescott offense.
Yeah, oh, so close, but they're going to need, like you said, inches or maybe even centimeters to get this first down. And it's going to be a handoff to Funk, and he's brought down in the backfield. Bradshaw Mountain with a huge defensive play.
Now, it looks like number 56, Xander Mendenbliss making the play there, 5'11". I could be wrong. Is that Xander? Let's see. We're going to get a replay here. Yeah, it is. A big 5'6" coming and making a huge tackle there on fourth down. Like I said, that run defense, that front seven for Bradshaw defensively, they have played so well this year. Shooting the gaps, making the play in the backfield. First big play of the game for the Bears defensively.
Yeah, it sure was. And it's tough because they were so close on third down with that pass to Eli Allen, but it is going to be great field possession here now as Michael Sanford, the quarterback, takes over. And the carry for Kylan Jackson. It's a first down and more inside the 20. They're in the red zone already, the Bradshaw Mountain Bears.
So talking to Matt Showalter, the play-by-play for Bradshaw, he calls him King of Pop Jackson, and he gave us all credit and trademark to call him that here. I'm stoked to watch him in person for the first time, because you watch his tape, he's such a phenomenal tailback. Picks up the first down on that first carry, 10+ yards.
3 players in motion, and now they're all stacked on the left side, and Sanford's going to hand it off to Jackson again. He bounces it outside. Stiff arm at the 15, and he's brought down around the 14 out of bounds. Wow.
How about that stiff arm right there, Jody? Kind of patient with it. He's going to bounce it outside. We're going to get a great shot of it here from our field camera. Watch the stiff arm. Bam! Get off me. Turns the corner. Picks up 5 on the first down carry.
He's a kid that, you wonder if he can't play at that next level of the D1 level. He'd love to get some looks, and tonight's performance will go a long way for that. As the swing pass goes out to the right side, launching into the end zone and in there for the touchdown. That's Landon Taggart, the senior here on senior night. Bradshaw Mountain, they get on the board first in the crosstown showdown.
And Jody, he had a heck of a stock block there. 2 by 2. Look at that, almost double pancake. Number 14, Desmond Tolbert with a heck of a stock block to spring Taggart to the outside for the touchdown. Love that when your wide receivers are perimeter blocking. Totally springs that, and the Bears strike first, and they strike quickly out here in this rivalry matchup.
Well, you nailed it. Keys to the game, Kylan Jackson. He didn't score the touchdown, but he got them down there. It was their defense that set up the great field possession with the 4th down stop. So right away, Prescott on their heels here and down by 7 on their home field, senior night. I feel like you sense the emotion, Cody, so they're going to have to come out and they're going to have to battle to get into this game. It's only 7-0 right now, but 10 minutes in, or I should say 2 minutes in, it's already a Bears score.
Yeah, so much momentum swing, too. You, unfortunately, do not get the first down on that little quick out 3rd down. You're 4th in centimeters, and you get stuffed in the backfield. Really good 3-play segment there for Bradshaw Mountain. I thought, you know, a couple runs, get Kylan Jackson going, and then when that defense has to converge, putting 8-man on the box, okay, now we're going to attack in space. Quick screen, 2 by 2 stock blocks, springs it for the house. Great job by Bradshaw offense.
Titus Womble boots it into the end zone. It is a touchback. Don't miss a down of CW College Football Saturday. It's an ACC showdown live from Blacksburg, Virginia, when the number 16 Louisville Cardinals take on the Hokies of Virginia Tech. Coverage begins Saturday morning at 11:30 here on CW7 Arizona.
Here's a crazy thing. Literally just got a tweet right now. I don't know if this is true or not. I got to read into this.
Let's vet this first, okay?
It says James Franklin. Yeah, I got to look at really things that James Franklin. Oh, we'll say, but CW's carried some really good college football this year.
They absolutely do. Taking it at the 20 and the handoff to Rutger Funk, who gets a couple straight up the middle. So they're going to try to establish the run. And so far, Bradshaw Mountain has been pretty stingy in there.
Going to be 2nd down and 7.
2nd and 7 for Prescott. And Xander Mendiblis was in on that tackle. It's Puglisi to throw. Deep to number 11. We'll call his name and number a lot tonight. That's Kenny Miller-Terry. And talking to Coach Collette, and you just look at his numbers, 662 yards on the season, 12 touchdowns. He also plays defense. He's a shutdown corner. He's a big part of this team. They rely on him a lot for his leadership as well.
Now, when I talked to the Bradshaw staff, he was the player that they said, we cannot let him beat us. He is so good. They said, man, he is electrifying. On that time, they were up tight on coverage, almost like a cover 5 look. Safety flared over to the top. So nice little bracket coverage there by the Bears in the secondary.
So another 3rd down, and Puglisi under pressure, but completes the pass for a 1st down out on the far side. And that one was caught by Colton Sunshine, the sophomore.
How about that? Right-handed quarterback, or excuse me, left-handed quarterback rolling left, slings it. Sunshine with a snag right there. Beautiful grab by Sunshine to move the sticks. Heck of a play on 3rd down.
Mendiblis was coming on the blitz. Puglisi and the handoff to Rutger Funk. He gets about 5. Brought down by that interior of the Bradshaw Mountain defense.
Yeah, that previous play threw me off a little bit, Jody, because they had a 2nd quarterback come in and throw that 3rd down play as I think Giovanni came out there.
That's right, James Hefferon. We will see James Hefferon and Giovanni Puglisi. They've shared time at the quarterback spot. This is Hefferon, the sophomore. He rolls to his right, left-handed, throws to Eli Allen for his second catch of the evening.
It's actually Trace. We've seen 3 quarterbacks in 5 plays. Trace Overton comes in a lot of wildcat situations. Another lefty rolling right this time. Moving the 6-0 Prescott, throwing all types of different things at us. Not just us in the booth, but obviously.
I like the creative coaching. You're right about that. And now Overton flanking Puglisi on the right side. So Puglisi back potentially to take the snap, or maybe it'll be a direct snap to Overton. Kenny Teller, Miller Terry, and that is the target that Puglisi's going to right there. Kenny Miller Terry, touchdown Prescott. This crowd is fired up.
Look at this. I mean, like you said, he's looking his way the entire time. They have one-on-one coverage, and they pressed him too. Tremendous play by Miller Terry to get that outside release. You see those burners and that athletic play of creating separation. That play happens because they're 3rd and short. Bradshaw packs the box, thinking, like you said, hey, maybe either a direct snap to Overton or an inside zone handoff to try to get the first. No, going to go outside release 9 route. Works to perfection. And how about the haymaker comeback punch from the Badgers offensively?
Brady Costas is on for the kick, and pressure comes on the kick, but it is up and good, and we have a tie game. 7-7 after the pass from Puglisi to Kenny Miller Terry, and he races into the end zone. We're back right after this.
9 out of 10 people addicted to alcohol or drugs started as a teen. That's why starting a conversation before your child is exposed to alcohol and drugs is important. Over 70% of young people say parents or caregivers are a reason they don't drink or use drugs. How can you make a difference? Pay attention and show you care. Share facts and help them build skills on how to avoid alcohol and other drugs. Talk. They hear you. Visit talknowaz.com.
Under the lights at Mountain America Stadium. Boy, look at this stadium. If you're not here, shame on you.
But in the long history of this facility, this is one of the biggest games ever played here.
This is the biggest game for these players, the biggest game for this city, the program, and even the valley.
Go up and go get it, young man. What a catch. Intercepted.
Buy your season tickets, because why would you not want to be in that environment?
Tonight's drone coverage is brought to you by Sports 360 AZ. For the most complete coverage of high school sports in Arizona, visit sports360az.com. Now let's go down to the field. Lexi Lambert.
Yes, I'm down here with Beverly. She's student body president, and she's going to tell me about this stick she's holding, the spirit stick.
Okay, so this is our school spirit stick. We do competitions at our pep assemblies to see who wins the stick. It's based off 4 points. It's class shirts, who wins the most games, who has the best spirit, and whoever doesn't boo the other classes. This is highly treasured at our school, and every year at our Bradshaw game, we drew a tradition of cutting a teddy bear head and putting it on the top of our stick.
That's amazing. And so we had a pep rally today. I was there. Who won the stick?
The seniors won.
Okay. Well, as you can hear behind us, they are very excited. They just scored. I can barely see them because they're in their camo. I had to say it. But I'm going to let them cheer on their team. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much. Yeah, not surprised the seniors won. Senior night here tonight.
I mean, Jody, you look to the right of us with that student section, and they fill about 10 rows all the way up packed. And we were talking to the principal and AD at Prescott High School. First of all, they were amazing. And they were saying, they literally said to me, so we've been at a lot of schools, but nobody does a pep rally like Prescott High School. And so I'm assuming that pep rally this morning was a blast and a big part because of that student body.
Yeah, Brad Perry was out there. Teresa Strasser was out at Bradshaw Mountain. They did a great job firing up the crowd. And that's going to be a touchback. And Brady Costas goes ahead and sends the kick into the end zone.
Costas moves it through the end zone for a touchdown.
The NASCAR Championship is this weekend, and no one takes you around the track like Devin Henry. Tomorrow, you can catch his show, Sport of Speed, right after the Arizona Daily right here on CW7 Arizona. It all starts at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, Arizona Daily Mix. So catch Devin Henry right after that. So Bradshaw Mountain, they take over at the 20. The handoff to Jackson, and Prescott defense swarming him. And that's what we're going to see a lot of tonight if Prescott has their way, because they are geared up to stop number 25.
It's the way they're going to have to win, right? I mean, they're going to have to win that battle, stop the run, make somebody else beat them outside of Kylan Jackson. But Bradshaw, this isn't the same Bradshaw team of the last X amount of years. They spread you out now. A lot of that is Coach Robert Ortiz. But how about head football coach, Coach Young? He's coached very, very long time, letting it happen to getting, hey, we have some athletes. Let's get the ball in space.
2nd and 7, and Sanford's going to take it, running left side. Gets the first down with his legs.
Yeah, Michael Sanford, 6'1", 195. He is not the easiest kid to bring down. Showing that dual threat ability there, running through whipping tackles, picking up an extra 3 or 4 yards out there, and more importantly, Jody, moving the sticks.
That's right. He comes in with 43 carries, 221 yards on the ground this season. This time, Sanford hands it off to Jackson. They string him out as he goes to his right, and first tackler slows him up. Second tackler comes in and makes the play.
Yeah, that's that front 7 we're talking about. Really going to have to get out of it. That linebacker crew doing a good job of tackling, and it's the first one there is the guy we highlighted in pregame, Gunnar Parra. Big physical linebacker and a very good form tackler.
This time, Sanford again hands it off, and no room there. So the blocking up front has not been there on this particular drive for Kylan Jackson. Sanford got the first down.
And the defensive line's winning up front. I think they're doing a good job of stalemating the Bears offensive line here, and our first 3rd and long situation of the football game now coming up.
Yeah, you're right. That defensive line, they know what kind of challenge they had here tonight, and they're going to have to be up for it against Jackson, who will get a ton of carries here. Some movement there on the line. Rutger Funk, who we saw on offense carrying the ball.
Prior to the snap,
Funk moved.
Encroachment, defense number 13. 5 yards from the previous spot. Replay, 3rd down.
So a replay of 3rd down here after the movement on the line by Funk. Five minutes and counting here in the first quarter to go. Sanford, kind of a fake and a delayed handoff to Kylan Jackson, who slips. The tackler gets down past the 30, 20 to the 10, and out of bounds there. Finally chased down by Kenny Miller-Terry, but wow, what a run, and just kept his feet moving, Cody.
Yeah, just a total counter here, pulling backside, and watch this move makes him dangerous. The north cut, bam, running through whippy tackles. Look at the strength and power of the lower body from Kylan Jackson, showing the vision, cutting again outside, getting the ball all the way inside the 10-yard line. Folks, you are really watching an MVP candidate in the 4A conference out here tonight. I love his running style, Jody. It is fast. It is violent. He is the Punisher, but he also shows that breakaway speed. Kylan Jackson, the man of the hour.
Yeah, hard to bring down, and that's clear. On that play, I liked the play call because you got him, again, on the counter, a little bit different than straight up the middle. But this time he does go up the middle. Jackson, and he's in for the touchdown. Kylan Jackson scores as Bradshaw Mountain takes a 13-7 lead.
And we're going to have a penalty on the far side here. Wasn't sure if it was offsides or a pre-snap penalty. Here we go. We're going to have the white hat with the
formation at the last minute. The guy got off the line. So back 5, previous spot, first down.
It is a legal formation there. So false start, we'll draw him back. Hard running for Kylan Jackson, but unfortunately points off the board.
We have a very clear mic from our referee here tonight.
Yeah, solid, great addition down the field.
Yes.
We're hearing him on the coin toss, and we're going, is that a production cue? It's going, I love it.
Great audio from the field and from here in the stands as well. As we've got a huge crowd out here. So it remains 7-7. As Bradshaw Mountain looking to the sideline for the play. It's going to be a timeout for the Bears. It's been an epic season of NASCAR on CW7. It all comes down to one race, the NASCAR Xfinity Championship, live from Phoenix Raceway. 200 laps will determine the champion. Don't miss a minute this Saturday. Coverage begins at 3:30 right here on CW7 Arizona. So the timeout here, and you could imagine that putting the ball in the hands of Kylan Jackson, that's going to be the plan coming into this game. But there are other weapons, and we saw Michael Sanford run for a first down. We have 3 receivers set up on the far side of the field in a cluster. Jackson with Sanford in the backfield. As it's 1st and 10 from the 13. And Sanford rolling right and throwing into the end zone. The catch was made, but was he in bounds? It's a touchdown, Bradshaw Mountain.
What a heck of a play there. Looks like number 17, Kyler Ross centers with the grab there and the touchdown. How about that? So they are in that trips bunch set pre-snap. They kind of motion everybody out to spread them out. They run a whip route up top, a corner route in the slot. I thought the Prescott corner did a good job of eyeing Sanford there, but unfortunately, just an absolute dot right there by Bradshaw's quarterback. And we put it up another for 6. Perfect, accurate ball right where his receiver can grab it, and another touchdown for the Bears.
Yeah, impressive by Sanford. Putting that ball in a great spot for Kyler Ross Centers, who comes into the game with just 3 catches for 32 yards. I feel like in a rivalry game, you're going to see wrinkles. We've already seen a bunch. We've seen 3 different quarterbacks for Prescott. We've seen some players that really haven't gotten a ton of touches, get some touches here, and we're still only in the first quarter here, Cody.
Yeah, really, really good play calls for Bradshaw Mountain here. And I can't give Robert Ortiz too much credit. He might get a big head. So, but really and truly, you look at the offensive minds in the state of Arizona. He's so good because he puts people, he puts defensive players in situations where they got to pick. So like I said, in that cover 3, in that trip set there, the corner's in a bind. Either he's going to come up, play that whip route, but he did a good job of floating back. Once again, I think he was just, the safety didn't have enough time to float over there, Jody, and Sanford put it right on the money for the Bears touchdown.
He sure did. So this rivalry game living up to the billing. It's been an exciting first quarter as the Bears will kick off, and the return is taken out past the 30 and brought down just shy of the 40-yard line. That's Sean Kidd, number 80, with a very nice return. A lot of speed, no hesitation at all.
I think Prescott looking for some home run shots too early on, a couple of 9 routes and some deeper routes. They had thrown about 3 in those first 2 drives. I love it. Last game of the season, coming out swinging. They win this football game. I don't know if they can jump. You're looking for the top 24 teams to make the playoffs, but hey, it gives them a chance. It gives them a chance when the bracket show comes out here on Saturday morning.
Gio Puglisi hands it off to Trace Overton. Gets a few yards, and Overton's going to be a little bit of everywhere. Linebacker, lined up at quarterback, and that was Draven Gilbert on the tackle.
Yeah, hard running by Overton, and kind of shoots out of a cannon there. A nice tackle by the senior linebacker, Draven Gilbert, for the Bears.
Now Puglisi with Overton to his left. Takes the snap, looking deep on the far side, and he's got a man there, but it's incomplete as the coverage looked good from Casey Bauman. It was intended for, I believe it was Kenny Miller-Terry.
Yeah, same thing, kind of going more of a cover 5 look, the underneath with the over-the-top help from the safety. And Bauman just puts his paws right where the receiver's hands are, kind of breaks up that pass. That's a tremendous job of trail technique by Casey Bauman, meaning he's playing that front hip pocket and sets up a 3rd and 7 situation now for the Badgers.
Puglisi fires over to the tight end, Eli Allen, and that is good for a first down, but there is a flag over on the far sideline.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a horse collar or a face mask. They'll tack on another 15. That's the second time that they have found Allen out there on the field side, so they're working that out towards the field. And he's doing a good job. He's wide open out there. So in that look, I think Bradshaw's having a tough time either finding him in the flat or just kind of getting stuck in coverage because they are too deep. And on that side, they put another boundary.
Horse collar tackle.
Getting over talking by the ref there. Look at that.
15 yards from the end of the run. First down.
Mic'd up, and I love it. So another 15. But
that penalty hurts. Diego Galaz, number 55, 80 tackles on the season. But, you know, Eli Allen's so tough to bring down. So that's a 1st and 10, and some nice field position as Overton runs the ball and up the middle and into the end zone for a touchdown, Prescott. The Badgers score on the rushing touchdown from Overton.
Oh, and I think we might have a penalty in the backfield here. God, I was so excited for this replay, Jody, because this cut that Trace Overton hit on the linebacker, it was absolutely beautiful. The vision and the 1-2 cut explode north was incredible.
Personal foul. Offense, number 75. Face mask. 15 yards from the previous spot, still first down.
Dante DeCourt, and they've traded some really costly penalties here.
We're going to get an overview of it. Calling 70, I believe 75, so it's... Yeah, I don't know. That is a great shot. I might have been the right tackle, kind of getting hands up just a little bit high. But the cut on Overton and the speed, absolutely beautiful. Unfortunately, called back for the Badgers.
He's done a nice job in there, especially with 3 running backs out with injuries. And the carry to Overton again. Tries to bounce it out to the right, but he'll be brought down.
Overton on the carry.
And that'll be a loss on the play. The tackler right there, Jonte Jones.
Yeah, Jonte Jones keeping outside leverage, not letting Overton break that contain. Try to bounce it inside, but Jonte Jones corrals him down to the tackle, and now we have a 2nd and forever for the Badgers. It's just brutal. Like penalties like that just kill offensive drives, and especially Overton, such an amazing run, unfortunately, called back.
Yeah, he's done a nice job out there, but it's just the penalties right now that have hurt the Badgers on this drive. So Puglisi looks to throw, goes short to Eli Allen, out in space. And it was 2nd and 25, so certainly far from the first down, but got a chunk of yardage there, Cody.
Yeah, drag route underneath there, so Bradshaw trying to play everything in front of him, but get a huge chunk of yardage. It's about 13-yard gain, a nice pitch and run. I think Eli Allen's done a good job of working in space and then turning in to maximize yardage there. Quarterback's doing a good job of finding him underneath.
Yeah, he's a big part of this offense, that's for sure. Now you've got Colton Sunshine in the slot. Kenny Miller-Terry near side on the edge. And looking for Sunshine is Puglisi, but not able to haul it in. And there's a flag. Was there contact there?
Good look, just a smash fade concept towards the field side. Nice job of getting outside release from the slot receiver there, Colton Sunshine. Started to make a couple nice plays here tonight. They might get the Bears. Maybe a little grab right before the ball got there.
Result in a first down. He's got it.
You can hear the referee talking to Gio Puglisi.
There's pass interference.
Personal foul, or pass interference.
Pass interference on Bradshaw Mountain.
Bradshaw Mountain, number 2. 15 yards from the previous spot, results in a first down.
Casey Baum in there with the coverage, but it's a penalty. And again, I feel like it's just been back and forth with the penalties both sides, but it is a 1st and 10 on the 21-yard line now for the Badgers.
Oh, well, the Badgers just taking so many shots. It's an offense that really hasn't shown that this year. And like I said, their identity is to run the football, but they are just full go. Bradshaw's kind of packing the box here. Like we're seeing pre-snap right now. Prescott's going to take that.
Look out for Kenny Miller-Terry, always dangerous. And it's going to be a handoff to Overton. Might get a couple there, but Diego Galaz was there.
Overton with the carry following a great block by Dante DeCourt.
I really like his running style, Jody. He's ran tremendously hard, especially on this drive. Picking up 6 yards on that first down. I think the vision and the power, though, he's going to say, hey, enough of Kylan Jackson talk. Let me show you what I can do. And Trace Overton really showing that and some more here.
Like you said, they're missing Jacob Chamberlain, who we saw with a knee brace on out there. Nicholas Phillips and Braylon Johnson, all injured running backs, and Trace Overton's done a fantastic job. He's to the right of Puglisi, and the fake, Overton takes the ball. And a couple of tacklers there, Chase Overton. Somehow he squeaked out of there. He didn't get down to the ground. He ended up popping out on the left side of the field.
Yeah, so it's almost like a counter play. He gets to work inside the A gap, and if he wants to bounce it, he can. But he's just full go, and he's running through would-be tacklers, and it is clearly working. And the Badgers' offensive line, they're getting after it right now. I feel like this drive, they're imposing their will against that Bradshaw Mountain front seven and inside the 10-yard line here tonight.
2 6'6", 300-pound linemen on the left side. Over there, no room to run. And that time it was the defensive line standing tall, Drayvon Gilbert.
Yeah, Gilbert sneaks through here. Eludes, look at that. Comes from the backside, eludes the blocker. A great job eluding the blocker, dipping under him, wrapping up Overton, making the tackle for no gain.
So it's 2nd and goal. Miller-Terry now in the slot. And it's going to be Heffernan in at quarterback. And still the carry goes to Overton. He's brought down immediately there by Dylan Garrett, the senior defensive lineman.
Now 5'10", 255, winning the battle there. Actually comes untouched through the defensive line, and he makes the secure tackle for loss, which looks like it will be the last play of the first quarter potentially. But it's a big win for Bradshaw. Just when you kind of, the Bears needed it, right? The 3rd and short situations, the 4th and inches on that first drive. The Bears defensive line is one big.
Yeah, they look good so far. We've seen that be a strength of their team. Again, 7-2 Grand Canyon region champs. So no surprise that they have a stingy defense, have all season long. As we continue here, 1 quarter in the books, this crosstown showdown. It is the 34th edition of this rivalry between Bradshaw Mountain and Prescott. We're back with 2nd quarter action right after the break here on CW7. Thanks, Jordan. Yeah, I called that game last night, and Hamilton's offense is just ridiculous, and it's so much fun to watch. So many weapons.
I'm telling you, Samaya is one of the best athletes I've seen all year. She is incredible.
She's widely considered the best high school flag football player in the country. So she's hoping to be on that 2028 Olympic team. As Gio Puglisi goes deep to the end zone and off the hands of Kenny Miller-Terry.
I don't think you could put it in a better spot than that. Back corner, and even with Bradshaw, look at that. Corners on a bail technique. He should be the deepest. Oh, he kind of hooks into the slot there. Kind of gives up a little bit of ground, attaching himself to the slot on that. But perfect dot to the back corner there. Fortunately, not able to corral it in, which will bring in a Badgers field goal attempt.
And so the Badgers will settle on 4th and 6 for the field goal. Brady Costas is the junior kicker.
Brady Costas on the kick.
As we take a look at this one, it'll be about a 27-yarder here. Kick is up, and it is good. Brady Costas with the field goal, and so Prescott gets 3, and that brings them to a 4-point deficit. Let's head down to Lexi Lambert.
I'm down here with Eli, one of the students. Okay, behind us, we see them. They're putting up the board. It's push-up time. Tell me about that.
So it's kind of a tradition that started a while back. I have an older brother. I have 3 older brothers, actually. One of them's 26. They all go to this school, and they've all been a part of this tradition of the push-up board. And I've had almost every single one of them on the board, and I just got to say, it's one of the things that makes PHS special.
I love that. So you've been up there.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to be up there again tonight?
Probably. Hopefully. If we keep scoring like this, hopefully we'll be up there.
What do you want to see from your boys tonight?
I want to see a victory. You know, it's the rivalry game. Well, what more can you ask for?
He's already losing his voice, guys, because he's so hyped. And I'm going to continue to talk to the rest of them later, but I'm going to send it back up in the booth.
Thanks, Lexi. I love how Lexi's given us the feel of the student section. I mean, we are over here, but we're a little bit down here toward the left side. So
can we get Spurge over there with his horse doing some push-ups? I feel like next Prescott touchdown, someone go tell Jordan Spurgeon he's got to pump out the push-ups with the horse.
And the kickoff taken out past the 25-yard line. And that was Andrew Vandell on the return. Jordan, what do you got? Are you going to be on the move here, you and your horse?
I mean, now I've been challenged, so I got to do it. You know, I did that once in-game hosting for the Territorial Cup. I think I did like 50 clapping push-ups. The number goes up depending on who you talk to with Sparky. So maybe I'll go take a trip over there. We'll see.
Jordan, tell the horse to get loose.
The horse has got to get loose. Hey, we're going to have fun. I've been trying to hold him back a little bit.
Yeah, you got to rein him back.
Walk off a little bit.
Got to hold him back.
But you know, he almost got tackled earlier on the sideline, so he wants to fight.
He's ready to get rowdy.
What I want to do is I want to do that cow cuddling that we saw on CW7, Teresa and the Daily Mix. That was cool.
I love that.
In Dewey, nearby. Swing pass out left side, and taking it there for Bradshaw Mountain. That's going to be Rutger Funk.
Yeah, totally.
Pardon me.
Oh, totally
Landon
simple.
Taggart.
Yeah, totally simple screenplay there. Once again, it's all about the numbers. They got 2 for 2 on a stock block. They're going to take that all day. And what does that do, Jody? It loosens that defense. Loosens the defense. And the more loose you make that defense pre-snap, more holes for Kylan Jackson and company to get going.
So first down, 3 receivers near side, 1 to the top of your screen. And some play action. The carry goes to Kylan Jackson. And he's going to have a nice gain there on first down.
Yeah, you cannot arm tackle this kid. You need to get in front of him and wrap up. He is running through would-be tacklers left and right out here tonight. We already saw him spring a 50-plus yard run on the previous drive. This kid averages well over 100 yards from scrimmage every single game that he plays. Tonight's looking no different, and we're only 10 minutes into the second quarter.
He's already got the school records for rushing and rushing touchdowns, as Jackson is tackled by one leg there. Nice persistence by the tackler for Prescott, but Kylan Jackson, we've seen him get out of those before, but that time he was brought down, but not before a first down for Bradshaw Mountain.
Yeah, that was Gunnar Parra, 6'4", 235, the senior linebacker, bringing him down here. And I thought, you know, Prescott might have to bring some pressure in this game just to try to slow down Kylan Jackson. Haven't seen it too much here early on. And I say that.
And you say that, and a huge defensive play by Rutger Funk, who brings down Jackson. A tackle for loss by Funk.
Yeah, he just knifes under here. This gets lower than the offensive lineman, and that's what I'm talking about. Brings his hips through contact, runs his feet. That's a great play by the junior. 6 foot, 185 pound. And what a name, Rutger Funk with the tackle for loss.
3-yard loss on that play. Now they try it again, and Jackson again pushed back. He didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And boy, this Prescott defense, at times they have just been able to stand him up. That was Dante DeCourt first to the ball there.
Yeah, one of the senior leaders on that defensive line. Like I said, Prescott winning at the snap of the ball there and setting up a 3rd and long. Winning on 1st and 2nd down up front. Going to keep the Badgers alive and potentially have the opportunity to win this football game.
They've got some great names. Rutger Funk, and 79 on that line is Blake McGlory.
Oh, small town football. That's what it is. Born to be Prescott Brad.
Looking for glory. And on the reception, not able to be hauled in there as Michael Sanford was looking for Desmond Tolbert, the senior receiver.
That was going to be well short of the sticks as well. Just kind of a spot curl. Another short throw there. Prescott players all around him as well. And that is a win for the Prescott Badgers defense. This is what I liked about the field goal call. Cody Collette sending his field goal unit out there, going, hey, let's get the points on this great drive. We'll still trust our defense is exactly what they did. And Prescott in good control here right now in the second quarter.
Kylan Jackson is the punter for the Bradshaw Mountain Bears, so he plays offense, defense, and punts the ball.
And you know what that brings? That is punt fake all day, having that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's really festive out here. Obviously, senior night, the rivalry, it's also Halloween. So, you know, it was kind of like, yes, we're up here in northern Arizona, so we dressed up a little bit. How about, though, our producer, Jen Dawn, asking us for some old school Halloween pictures, which, by the way, oh, yes, I had to look in some photo albums because we couldn't take pictures on our phone, or my parents certainly couldn't.
Oh, look at that.
I had to dig this up, so that's what I could find. I'm a flapper, and apparently there I'm a clown.
A clown. Look at that, the face paint. So clowns never scared you. Okay, that is, what is going on there?
I forgot I said that one. I guess I'm a cat, and I was like, I don't know why it's black and white, but. Oh, I guess I'm first with that. I thought we were going to show, we have you, Cody, we have Lexi, we have, as it's 1st and 10 now for Prescott, and Overton tries to get down and underneath the defense. All right,
oh, here we
Cody,
go.
Let's go. And these are courtesy of your mom,
There's
right?
my mom right there. She's a cow, and I'm the little calf. That's
so
from Hollister, California. The lion. Well, it looks like there's no candy. That must be pre-trick-or-treat.
Oh, and
there's Superman.
You gotta love it, right?
Look at that. Happy times over there in the Cameron household. We love trick-or-treating.
The superheroes are very popular,
You can't go wrong with it.
Were you ever like Batman also? Or?
I think I probably was. Probably just circled or whatever was at the local Target.
2nd and 9. And it's Overton once again.
8-yard gain for Trace Overton.
Yeah,
that's an 8-yard gain. He's a little bit slow to get up.
You've been mentioning the offensive line. How about one of the juniors, Bo Bryce, 6'6", 310. You'll see him on the screen. Now look at 77, Bo Bryce. Continue to work to the 2nd and 3rd level, pushing the defender 10-plus yards down the field. This offensive line group is really impressing me.
Well, Overton is still down, so hoping for the best there. We'll take a quick break here from Prescott High School. Following tonight's game, be sure to stick around for Police 24/7 only on CW7 Arizona. Ride shotgun with officers for an inside look at law enforcement on the job. It's unexpected, intense, raw, and always unforgettable. Police 24/7 tonight on CW7 Arizona. As we welcome you back here, Trace Overton had to be helped off the field. Not any weight that I could see on that right foot. So already with 3 running backs on the shelf, Overton was the starter tonight. As Puglisi throws toward Kenny Miller-Terry, but it's going to be a penalty on Casey Bauman, who has been flagged before trying to cover Miller-Terry.
Yeah, I know he's been flagged twice now, but he is blanket coveraging. And this is bias, former defensive back talking here, but he is playing perfect technique. I think what they're going to get him for is just the grab right before the ball got there.
Holding
and that is exactly
defense number 2. 10 yards from the previous spot, 1st down.
But if I was Casey Bauman's defensive backs coach, I'd bring him in after this drive and go. Keep on that blanket coverage. I mean, he's breaking on this out route, but that right arm is hooking him, and it's right in front of the side judge. It's going to get called every time. But his positioning is phenomenal.
Yeah, it was pretty subtle, but flag flies there. And so it moves Prescott down the field. And that handoff, we'll have to find out who's running the ball, and that is, I believe it's number 42, Caleb Fox, now in at running back with the injury to Overton.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate because high school, especially 4A football, there's not a ton of depth at this level. But when you lose not, one or two, but now your third running back, you're just plugging guys in. A lot of times your fourth running back is either a former JV kid or maybe a backup linebacker that you're just hoping is going north to south. Really, really unfortunate injury to Overton. Hopefully he can come back out on the field.
So on 2nd and 8, now it's Puglisi to throw deep. He's looking for Kenny Miller-Terry. Tried to get his right hand out to maybe haul it into his chest, but unable to do it as not only Bauman, but also Kylan Jackson was over there too.
Yeah, Kylan Jackson playing one of those two deep safeties right here, comes flying over. Like I said, they're just playing the underneath over the top coverage. They're putting, Prescott is doing a really good job of putting those receivers, especially Kenny Miller-Terry, in situations where he's breaking away. So a lot of corner routes inside the slot are right there. That the stab concept, working fade route, kind of opening up the field, just unfortunately not able to connect.
So Fox in there at running back to the right of Gio Puglisi. As he's set to throw, looking left now, looking to the right and firing it out of reach and out of bounds. Eli Allen was over there, but it was overthrown, and so it'll be time for the Badgers to punt.
Yeah, Bradshaw's doing a good job of moving pre-snap, call that raidering in the back half of the secondary, not telegraphing what they're going to do. A simple 4 deep at there, playing everything in front of them. So on that field side, Prescott tried a post-wheel concept, but everything covered, especially over the top. So it's a good job by the Bears defense getting the ball back here.
Senior Ashton Whitwell is the punter. It's going to be a timeout for Prescott with 7:10 left in the half.
So here we are in the small community of Prescott, Arizona. And the thing I love about Arizona high school football is there's so many supporters, and not just, families and friends and stuff like that, but the coaches in the state of Arizona. Already, Travis Sherman, head football coach at Quinn Creek, Rick Garrettson, long-time head football coach of Chandler High School, and he was also at Servite, and a couple other coaches. Derek Simmons, one of the best, him and his dad Floyd, one of the best broadcasting teams in the state of Arizona. Already check it in, Jody, and they say you sound phenomenal, and they say, Cody, you sound horrible. And so, no,
yeah,
but
right.
I love that about our community.
Well, thanks, coaches, for watching. That's a who's who of some great coaches, and you mentioned a couple of broadcasters there. Well, that's, yeah, we're having so much fun out here. There's no question. So it's Ashton Whitwell. He gets this one off. It's a low kick and goes out of bounds at around the 33-yard line. All right, let's talk some more Halloween with Jordan and Lexi, guys. What do you got?
We're just having so much fun. We're ready for Halloween. We're in the right town, the right place. I'm ready to go horseback riding. I actually have a buy one, get one off coupon somewhere. It might be time to
take
the fake horse with the real horse. I'm sorry for calling you fake, by the way. Sorry, Spirit. We're calling this one Spirit.
He's talking to things over
Maybe
here.
Spirit.
Oh my gosh, look at you.
I was a big Red Sox fan growing up. The go-to, when you know nothing, you just throw on the jersey and the hat, and you go with that. My sister Kylie there, dressed up like a witch, so super fun to see that.
You look great. You look great. You should bring it out again, I think.
You know what? If I go out tomorrow night, if I don't bring the horse, I'm probably putting on a Red Sox.
That's fair.
It is what it is.
Fair.
Sometimes you got to do it.
I'm going to throw on a flannel.
We got to see what Lexi looked like.
Yeah, when I was a little kid. Okay. Let's see.
Let's see. What were you dressed up as here? Okay.
Yeah, I was feeling the hula girl vibes, and a witch.
And a witch. So
and there's my brother, gangsters and witches. It's a good combination.
Look at the NASA.
And
look at that.
An astronaut.
Astronaut,
Tee it off.
You got a horse there too.
You had a pony. See, you should buy your pony to the game.
Dang it.
They could have been best
bring
friends.
it in the closet.
Yeah, they could have been best friends.
Next game.
I'm sorry, Spirit. She didn't bring the pony.
My pink pony.
Oh my gosh, we're having too much fun out here.
I love our Halloween graphics too.
Do you see the transition with the pumpkins?
They're killers.
That's what I'm saying.
Amazing.
That's amazing. Really cool.
Look at that team.
So we've had a few things happen out here. Kylan Jackson had a nice run, but there was a flag. I believe it was a hold, and so that's going to bring the Bears back 10 yards. So it's going to be first down and a long way here as Sanford rolls to his left, and I believe that was Rutger Funk coming in. No, it was Actually, for Prescott, that was Easton Shy who hit Sanford as he was throwing the ball.
Easton Shy shot out of a cannon.
Not shy at all.
Not shy at all. Look at that. Very good play on words there, Jody. But Easton Shy just comes shot out of a cannon there to disrupt that pass. Because the Bears had a receiver open there up in the flat. Just kind of airmailed it because of the pressure.
So second down for the Bears. Kylan Jackson takes it out past the 30, escapes the tackle, gets down the right sideline. 20-10. Jackson in for a touchdown here to give the Bears a bigger lead in this rivalry game. What a run, Cody.
Kylan Jackson running through would-be tackles as he rumbles and stumbles 76 yards to pay dirt. They're the best players in the 4A conference getting it done. Look at this. Simple handoff, gets a couple lead blocks, and the one cut, bam. Look at him run through tackles, stiff-arming his way, never breaks stride, and continues that just amazing acceleration through the line until he finds pay dirt. Kylan Jackson for 6.
Kick is up and good. Bradshaw Mountain takes a 21-10 lead over Prescott. Boy, Kylan Jackson has been as advertised coming up, getting to see him run in person. Just incredible. Nice vision to cut it a little bit to the left. And just, he's off to the races. Well,
how about the backside pull there from Chad McClintock, dude? That's the kick out block. Kylan reads that, plants that right foot, gets north. Kylan Jackson is everything advertised and more, Jody. He is phenomenal.
Well, he's had a terrific season. You know, last year there were a couple other running backs, upperclassmen that were on that depth chart, and he had his yards and he had his touches, but this year is his year, and we're seeing that.
Hey, you look at those stats, 4,000 total yards in his Bradshaw Bears career. Incredible. Smashing records at the high school.
Senior Titus Womble, he's going to kick it out to about the 10-yard line where it is taken there. And out to the right side, trying to turn it upfield for Prescott is Kingston Douthit. Let's head down to Lexi.
So you guys can hear it down here. It's very exciting. The student section is so excited. I'm with April. She's the drum major. Tell me a little bit about your guys' amazing band.
Oh, we're such a great band. We got first place at our last competition with a score of 71. We're so hyped to be here, and we're so excited to be Prescott.
Tell me about these amazing glasses you have on. They wanted you to take them off, but I was like, they're just so sick. How do you not keep them on?
Oh, thank you. I actually made them myself. They're bejeweled. They didn't take very long. They got stuff on the sides. They're very cool. Yeah.
Things on the sides, all of the above. Okay, what are you looking for from your team tonight?
Winning.
A win?
Yeah,
okay.
Definitely a win.
That's what you want to hear. Okay, the student section is going to remain excited and hype. I'm going to send it back to you.
All right, yeah, I love the glasses. Anything bejeweled, I'm all about it. Thank you, Lexi.
Look at her coat, too.
I know.
I thought she wore that, rocking it, just being in the Bradshaw student section.
She's got the fashion going, that's for sure. So there were a few things that occurred over there on the sideline. I could tell by kind of there was a bit of a ruckus over there after the return. So it is 1st and 10, though, for Prescott. After a 3-yard gain, though, now the ball is out to the 21-yard line.
Here the Badgers, they haven't answered a couple times with scoring drives after Bradshaw scored. Here you're looking for nothing different, right? But at the same time, you do want to drain some of this clock, try to limit how much time Bradshaw gets the ball back with.
5:43 and counting. Puglisi fires the ball, and it's complete out there to Kenny Miller-Terry. And that is going to be out there for a first down for the Badgers.
Yeah, I like this because if they're going to give it to you just a quick hit towards that boundary side, just take it. You know, if he makes one guy miss, too, he can go. Bradshaw doing a good job of playing inside-out defense. Linebackers understanding that they're an inside-out football player securing that tackle, but nonetheless, it's going to move the sticks, and you get one of your best playmakers the ball in space.
Dallas Hernandez was there on the coverage. So first down and 10 from the 32-yard line for the Badgers. Down now by 11. Gio Puglisi, the senior quarterback, hands off. And a couple of yards off the right side, that is Caleb Fox.
Yeah, I was going to say Caleb Fox is a senior. He is technically RB4, but he's running hard the first couple carries that he's had. You know, he's getting his, he's putting his shoulders down, trying to run over defenders here. 5'10", 170-pound senior. Did a good job picking up some yards there on first down.
I mean, senior night, and he's ready to go. He's, you know, that's what you have to do as a backup. Just wait for that opportunity. You never know when it's going to come. And it's happening here tonight for Fox as Puglisi back to throw. Looking, can't find a man. Now does find Kenny Miller-Terry, but Kylan Jackson was right there.
I'll tell you what, Jody, that is a very long time to cover a wide receiver. Kylan Jackson showing the makeup speed there and runs right through the wide receiver's hands. That is textbook. We're talking about a running back. Okay, he is the starting running back, the best offensive players in 4A conference, out there showing out on defense, guarding the best player for Prescott, and he just textbook breakup on that pass play. Heck of a job by Kylan Jackson.
He is such an athlete. He can do a little bit of everything. The skill set is incredible. Now Puglisi on 3rd and 5, trying to get the conversion, and does complete the pass to Eli Allen, who is thrown down there by Jackson.
He must be wearing camo or something out there tonight. He's been wide open 3 or 4 times now. Simple drag mesh route, and he goes underneath, wide open. Nobody picks him up, and he moves the sticks yet again. It's a good job by the junior tight end. Only a junior, 6'3", 235. And like I said, he cannot be found on that field right now.
Allen inflicted some punishment there on Jackson, but he stayed the course and pulled him down with the tackle. So 1st and 10, midfield. Puglisi to throw, looking for Allen again. And this time the defender falls down, and he's out to the 30-yard line. Eli Allen with some nice yards after the catch.
I think it was a sophomore. Pace Norman, 3'4". Pace Norman. Hey, we're going through the elements here. We got 18,000 students.
Thanks for saving me, Cody.
The sophomore, Pace Norman, he comes underneath on a drag route. He's found. And how about that? The punishing finish of the run. Nice play by the sophomore.
Yeah, trying to incorporate some different weapons. And now Puglisi hands it off to Caleb Fox, who finds some room and gets out past the defense and into the end zone. Touchdown for the senior, Caleb Fox.
What a play by Fox. And how about Prescott High School? The home side has erupted. He makes one guy miss in the backfield. Watch this play. They pull back side. Dang, get off me. Turns north, finds pay dirt, runs through another would-be tackler. The senior, Caleb Fox. What a play. And Badger Nation is on their feet.
What a cool story for Caleb Fox getting into the action here tonight and performing. That was a terrific run. Xander Mendiblis, you could see him put his hands on his head. And Fox just kept the legs moving, got into the end zone, and keeping Prescott right in this game. Kick is up and good, and the score now 21-17. And Lexi, how's it going in the student section after the score?
Like I said, I'd be back, but this time I'm with Luke. He was doing the push-ups last time. Who's doing them now? Oh, we have a girl up there.
We do have a girl up there, yes. I don't know who it is. I can't tell.
How many is she doing?
She's gonna be doing 17 right now.
She's gonna be bulk at the end.
Oh yeah.
What do you want to see more from your student section?
I want to see more spirit, more cheer. I want them to get louder, so we can win this game. We need to win this game.
And what's your favorite cheer?
What's that?
What's your favorite cheer?
You know, there's a lot of good ones.
I know, it's a tough question.
I like them all.
That's a fair question. I'm going to come back to you on that one. You got to think about it. Okay, we're going to send it back to Jody Cody.
And props to that young lady there with the 17 push-ups, you know. I mean,
I think it's so funny, Jody, when we were in production meetings, they were worried about how cold we were going to be up here coming from the valley.
Perfect.
And now, all these students, I mean, heck, half of them are shirtless over here, you know, putting some of us to shame there. And guess what? We talk about momentum. How about this home crowd? This student section, they are amped up in the Badgers. The Badgers right now kind of controlling the second quarter a little bit.
And I like the confetti. The blue confetti comes raining down.
The cannon.
Yeah. So with that, Andrew Van Dell brings the ball out to the 22. So with 2:52 left in the half, we'll see what Bradshaw Mountain can do. Will they answer? Or will the Badgers maybe even have a chance to take the lead going into the half? The home crowd would love that.
Yeah, Bradshaw gets the ball in the second half, so this is a 2-minute drive right here to control the clock and steal 2 possessions.
And the handoff, Kylan Jackson, very patient, gets through the first layer and the second and the third, and is finally brought down there by Easton Shy. That was so casual, and yet, you know, he got 20 yards.
I don't want to say the word easy, but he's making it look effortless. Watch him kind of push his offensive lineman in front of him. Literally, he gets a lead block once again from Chad McClintock, who had the kickout block the play prior, the left guard. And it's just easy and effortless 15-yard gain.
Michael Sanford gets the ball out to Landon Taggart. And a nice gain on the short pass. That's going to move the chains for the Bears.
Can't wait to call this number right here. 48, who is that? Sophomore? Ty Young. That's Coach Young's grandson out there perimeter blocking. And he has a great hook block right there. His sophomore listed here, 6'2", 210, heck of a frame, and a great perimeter block. I think the Bears are doing a really good job of opposing their will on the outside perimeter blocking in this first half.
Michael Sanford going to pitch it out to Jackson, who tries to stiff arm again and has another nice run out there.
They said they're working a little 2-minute drill and some change here. Still got 2 minutes and 13 seconds left in this first half and orchestrating already about 3 or 4 plays that are great. We'll run the ball, Kylan Jackson inside. If they're going to box everything up, we're going to take those quick hitters. We'll take that quick screen game. Coach Ortiz loves that. He's done it everywhere he's been. Marcos Deniz in ACP stops right before this, and he gets tremendous gains with it.
So now it's Sanford throwing, finding a soft spot in the defense is Bradshaw Mountain's number 48. That is Ty Young. You mentioned him, Bob Young's grandson. He was wide open there in the flat, kind of downfield.
Yeah, a quick RPO game right there. Like you said, Ty Young finding the soft spot in there, and he gets open for Sanford there.
Okay. So legal helmet contact.
Legal helmet contact, 56 blue.
So we're right on the 30, so we're going 15.
How cool is this feature?
It's a reality show, basically.
Wow.
I love it.
Inside the huddle, inside the white hat.
Personal foul, illegal helmet contact, defense number 56. 15 yards from the end of the run, first down.
All right, so that's a penalty on Gunnar Parra. Illegal helmet contact, and that is going to move the Bears that much further into territory and closer to the red zone, as it's, you know, we're close to the 2-minute warning here. Quick on Ty Young, though, and Bob Young. Bob Young, congratulations, 30th year as a head coach, a long time, 20 years at Mingus Mountain. I got to talk to him before the game. He went to Camelback Mountain down in the valley. So congrats to Coach Young.
Yeah, and Robert Ortiz actually played for him at Mingus, so kind of a cool tie-in. Robert coming back up the mountain to coach with him.
Sanford looking toward the end zone and throwing. And that's complete. And in the end zone is Caden Dabney. Here's another look at it. Sanford throws to the corner. Nice catch by Dabney and out at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, deep comeback right there by Dabney. Great pitch and catch. A timing route on that comeback. And a great shot of it, too, from our camera crew. Perfect spiral. Sanford put it on the money there as we have first and goal inside the 5.
Our red zone sponsor, Phillips Law Group, everything you need to win, including a Phillips. First and goal from the 3. And Sanford going to hand it to Kylan Jackson, who is stopped short.
Hand off the play to Kylan Jackson.
And you know what? That's a big play for the Bears. And you're going to go, oh, ask why. He just got stuff there. And it does it. It forces Prescott to either try to stop the clock, which they're not going to do. So for the Bears here getting stopped at the 3-yard line, no gain, just going to have the clock run down. This is a big win for Bradshaw's offense there. And really, this is 4-down territory. You're up by 4 inside the 5. You have a player like Kylan Jackson. You're going to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, especially when you're on the 3, so no gain on that last play, but you're right, Cody, as time winds down, they'll just be looking to get 6 points here and don't mind stretching out the clock. And now a whistle.
And so that's the head scratcher. So that's Prescott calls timeout there. They were looking to gain some more time of possession. You probably call that right when you make the tackle, especially using 3 timeouts. But hey, like I said, for the Bears, it's a big win for them.
Well, you can rewatch this rivalry game, the Crosstown Showdown. Did you miss any part of it? You'll get a chance to see it again this Saturday night on CW7 Arizona, which you can see on YouTube TV, Hulu Plus Live, Fubo, direct stream, and of course at CW7AZ.com.
What's kind of cool is on Fridays after we broadcast a lot of these games, the players will actually find that replay or the highlights on the CW7 website, and they'll screen record it and then post it on Twitter and social media. That's what it's all about, right? All these broadcasts are to spotlight all the great football players and coaches and admins of all these great schools. The players love this, and that's been really cool to be a part of, watching them enjoy it so much.
Yeah, and the ability to have the quality of production that we have, and again, it's such a collaboration between the Fiesta Sports Foundation, CW7, Sports 360 AZ, to be able to put on a telecast. It's great to have a stream of any kind, but when you can put on a great production like this, it's fantastic. So here we go, 48 seconds to go, 2nd and goal, and the handoff to Jackson.
It's a fumble, and Prescott recovers.
And it was not carried by Jackson, but it was recovered by the Badgers, and recovering that ball was Noble Ortega. Gunnar Parra, you see him celebrating. Let's take a closer look at this.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be a fullback dive, and I don't know if the fullback ever truly got it. Couple kicked balls. Look at that ball just getting kicked all around the field there. And that is massive for the Badgers. Getting a turnover inside the 5. I hate to say it, that is a play that you can come back to and go, that was the turning point right there. Badgers recover the fumble. Now you recover at the 1, and now you got to get out of got to get out of here, right? Just try to get into halftime, but Badgers defense coming up big.
You're right. That's huge because Bradshaw Mountain's just thinking, all right, we're going to tack on here before the half, and now, albeit on the 1, it's the Badgers who have possession, and that was Dylan Garrett, who before today, so he plays D-line, before today he'd had just 7 carries. Sometimes you see that with a guy that's not used to playing offense.
Yeah, and like I said, there was penetration early up front due to that A-gap. I don't know if he ever got the snap, or excuse me, I don't know if he ever got the handoff. I think it was just kind of mixed up at the mesh point there. But Badgers, defensively, why that's so big, because Bradshaw gets that ball to start the second half. You're looking at a 14-point swing if they punch it in right there. 14-point swing right here potentially could be a dagger. Now it's not. Prescott stops him. He gets outside the 1. Cody Collette has to be extremely proud of his group if they go at halftime, only trailing 21-17.
Now, we've talked about that and how Prescott, they won this game last year, but Bradshaw Mountain's won 3 of the last 5. The all-time record is 24-9 in favor of Prescott. Of course, Bradshaw Mountain came in as a new school, brand new school in '93. So not surprising maybe that the history is on Prescott's side, but of late it's been Bradshaw Mountain, and certainly as Grand Can region champs, they have the better record.
They do just that. I might have been I believe it was quarterback keeper with not their starter, number 13. We've seen
it's a little bit hard to see, frankly, down to the end of the field from where we are.
Yeah,
there was a gain of a couple, it looked like.
Rutger Funk taking that.
Okay, Rutger Funk is on the field. Caleb Fox as well.
But like I said, a lot of different wrinkles. I love that Prescott came out just gunslinging, going, hey, we're going to get one-on-one matchups on the outside. We're going to take it. Playing a couple different quarterbacks. I think defense, they tightened some screws up there. And once again, try to stop Kylan Jackson. Prescott has a very good shot of winning this football game. It would be a massive upset, too, but it would be a heck of a rivalry win. If I'm Cody Collette, I'm proud of my first half group.
Yeah, and for our viewers, that's what we're looking for, a terrific game. We've had it. 38 combined points scored in that first half. Bradshaw Mountain, they do have the lead, but Prescott, as Cody mentioned, 17 points on the board and prevented a Bradshaw Mountain touchdown as they were right there on the goal line, potentially going in to add to it. All right, let's head down to the field. Lexi.
Yeah, I'm down here with Coach Young. You seemed a little frustrated going in. What are you going to be telling your boys?
We got to settle down and play ball. That turnover right there at the end really kept Prescott in the game. And I think our offense is doing a nice job, and we just need to come out and settle down.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Coach. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Lexi. Yeah, Bob Young can't be happy with that. Never want to fumble the ball on the goal line right before the half. That's what we saw, though. So it's a 21-17 lead. The Bears still are up. We are here, though, at Prescott High School. The Crosstown Showdown has lived up to its billing. The crowd, the hype coming into the game, and we're looking forward to the second half. Stay with us for halftime coverage here on the Fiesta Bowl High School Football Showdown.
The Fiesta Bowl High School Football Showdown on CW7 Arizona is brought to you by Sanderson Ford. This is Sanderson Ford Country. Shamrock Farms. Whatever healthy looks like to you, there's a rockin' protein to match. And RCS Fun, the official entertainment provider of the Arizona State Fair.
It's the Crosstown Showdown. What a game we have. 21-17. Bradshaw Mountain is leading, but Prescott, as you heard head coach Cody Collette say, battling in this one, only down by 4.
Yeah, he should be really happy with that effort, especially the way that first half ended, being able to go down and put some scoring drives together out there and then force that fumble inside the 5. That is a massive play for the Badgers defense. And let's see if they can carry that momentum from the locker room onto the field here in the second half on senior night at Prescott High School.
Brady Costa set to kick it off, and he does so. It goes to Andrew Vandell, who's going to take it out and not get a whole lot of room. He's out to about the 22-yard line, and a really nice special teams tackle made there by Prescott. Bradshaw Mountain, they won the toss, they deferred, and they decided to take it here in the second half. So that's exactly what we're going to see as we welcome you inside the Santan Ford broadcast booth. Jody Jackson, Cody Cameron, and you still got your cowboy outfit going, which we love, and I love the hat. Everybody said it was going to be really chilly here. It is gorgeous.
Feels
it's
amazing.
Beautiful, and this game has lived up to the billing in every way. I think both coaches are feeling good about their team. Of course, Bob Young did not like that fumble before the half as Kylan Jackson takes the ball, and he's going to get about 4 yards on first down for the Bears.
And another thing Cody Collette, Prescott head coach, said to Lexi Lambert was, we have to stop 25. Kylan Jackson, we must stop and put them in situations where they have to use somebody else to beat us. And I believe we're going to get a first down holding penalty by the Bears. Will back them up 1st and 20. But heck, we were watching the highlights. We weren't even on air, Jody, and we're going, wow. Because it was like, you know, it's almost like we forgot because he had so many big plays in that first half. But really just the explosiveness and how tough he does. And it's not just offense. He was playing the back safety, breaking on balls, disrupting things in the secondary too. And like I said, you're looking at MVP candidate for 4A. So let's Prescott make somebody else beat.
And that was your key to the game. And he's had a long touchdown run, but he's made an impact on special teams, on defense, and yeah, that penalty is going to back him up. 1st and 20 now. It will be for the Bears from their 11-yard line. Sanford not finding any room there, and it is the linebacker, Gunnar Parra. We highlighted him. Nice defensive play there to bring down Michael Sanford.
Yeah, and how about the violence and good active hands? He sheds the block off the line, and then watch what he does. Kylan Jackson comes in to pass pro. Gunnar Parra sheds right off of him and just clips Sanford enough to come up with the sack. And he's one of the biggest linebackers in the state of Arizona. 6'4", 235. They land him at the middle. They'll put him on the outside and edge rush. Listen, we haven't seen a ton of pressure from this Prescott second-level linebacking core, but right there, big play coming up with the sack.
And he just pushed the lineman right back into the quarterback. 2nd and 25 now. Sanford from his end zone, and it's batted down. It was tipped by the defender, and I believe caught by one of the linemen, but that was dangerous.
Yeah, Bears are really lucky that was not a pick six, because the tip right in the hands, it would have been just a fall in into the end zone. Nice job by Prescott's front, getting hands up. You can see they diagnose it. You see all players for the Badgers diagnose it. It was number 13.
That was Rutger Funk.
Rutger Funk. Yeah, he's up for one of the, player of the games is the name of the game right there. Rutger Funk, tremendous football name. Get his paws on the ball, knock it down.
All right, so 3rd down now, and the give is to Kylan Jackson, running with determination. Again, the 1st down marker, 23 yards away, so it's going to be 4th and 23.
Yeah, not many 3rd and 30 plays in your arsenal. I don't care who you are as a coach. And so they just go in a tight wishbone and go running back power there. And how about the Badgers defense? A couple drives now with the Badgers defense not only getting confidence, but winning on 1st and 2nd down to set up these punt situations.
Jackson with the punt, and it is over the head of Kenny Miller-Terry and takes a huge Bears roll. Miller-Terry picks it up, but the whistle's blown there. It's going to be at about the 34-yard line. Wow, that was a fortunate roll, that is for sure. So, wow, a win for Prescott, though, getting the stop to open this half. Don't miss a down of CW College Football Saturday. It's an ACC showdown live from Blacksburg, Virginia, when the number 16 Louisville Cardinals take on the Hokies of Virginia Tech. Coverage begins Saturday morning at 11:30 here on CW7 Arizona. Still a little bit upset at my Miami Hurricanes losing to the Louisville Cardinals. Did you have any news on Tech that you wanted to share?
I was going to say there's some coaching news there, but I was scrolling social media, so I don't know if it's nothing too crazy. I will say, as a nice play here by the Bears defense, I will say, Jody, at the college front really quick, it is crazy the amount of head coaching vacancies we already have, and that kind of golden ticket, Black Monday's coming soon, which means even more coaches are get taken out here.
Well, Caleb Fox with the carry, and brought down there, though, as that Bradshaw Mountain Bears defense. That was Julian Estrada, the 6'3", 205-pound junior, brought Fox down. If you're joining us here and you expected Trace Overton to be the running back in this game, he did start the game, but he was injured, and it's been Caleb Fox, the senior, that came in and has a touchdown in this game. As Gio Puglisi, the quarterback, finds Kenny Miller-Terry, who tries to spin away from two defenders, but it's Xander Mendiblis who's there, and I think it was Diego Gallas that brought him down.
And we might get a hold on the Prescott offensive line on that left side pass pro here to back it up. Got a cool little play design.
Holding offense number 77. 10 yards from the previous spot, still 2nd down.
Our production staff is so talented miking up the white hat. It still kind of took me by surprise that I forgot such a cool feature we have. But kind of a cool little play segment there in the slot. Prescott with a whip route, and Kenny Miller-Terry. We mentioned him so many times in the first half. This senior wide receiver is phenomenal. And he had a long touchdown pass in the first quarter. He was the guy that the Bradshaw coaches were really, really scared of going in. He's had a really good game. Really good first 2 quarters for the senior wideout.
Yeah, he has been the deep threat, but also just a go-to guy for Gio Puglisi. Puglisi doesn't run a whole lot, so he's looking to throw, as he does here. And just too high for the 6'3" Eli Allen. He couldn't make the catch. And so it's going to be 3rd down and 17 here after that incompletion.
Yeah, just kind of working the flat route on a quick out. Just a little bit too high, airmailing that pass. And Eli Allen, the junior tight end, is a player we called his name 5 or 6 times. He was wide open on some cross meshes in the first quarter, able to pick up some first downs. So he's another one of those players. He's really been option number 2 for Prescott. I say that, he had about 5 or 6 catches in that first half, but he's going to be a target they're going to have to look for, especially in the middle of the field.
So Puglisi on 3rd down, and he is rushed out of the pocket, brought down, sacked, and as his arm was going forward to throw, he was taken down and sacked. And that is Sebastian Witowski.
The sophomore, Witowski, coming from the field side there. Beats the defensive end to disrupt this pass. I think they're going to call that an incomplete pass, completely arm open, arm going forward, so to speak. And so right when we thought momentum was going the Badgers' way, a 1st down holding penalty, just like Bradshaw's 1st down holding penalty, kind of derails the drive.
I think he was looking for number 80, Sean Kidd there. And the punt is a bit of a line drive punt. Kylan Jackson's just going to let it roll down there to about the 33-yard line.
Whenever you have a punt situation where Kylan Jackson does not touch the ball, that is a win for the punting unit of Prescott, able to flip the field. Bradshaw with decent field position, though, be on the 32-yard line of their own side.
Bill Shepherd Field on this Thursday night, the Crosstown Showdown. 8 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. What a crowd we've got out here.
I was going to ask you, what do you think of the environment your first time at Prescott High School?
I love it. And first of all, the biggest thing just coming up here, I've been up here, my daughter plays softball tournaments up here, but when I was up here in 04, when the Cardinals had to move their training camp to Embry-Riddle, I just think about how little there was up in this area and how it's just exploded. Right? And back then, Bradshaw Mountain was only around for about a decade. And it's amazing. It's a tremendous community. It's growing, but it is so much fun. And I knew from the pep rallies today that it would be. As Jackson carries, he gets the 1st down. And he continues to punish the defense, keeps those feet moving. The strength of his upper body is taking on tacklers as he continues to move downfield, Cody.
Yeah, when they run this counter, too, they continue to bring number 14, Desmond Tolbert, around that backside and act as a lead blocker. And he is pummeling the force player coming up for Prescott. Desmond Tolbert, 6'3", 185. I know it's been the Kylan Jackson show, but really, he's really done a good job of perimeter blocking. I want to give a shout out to Desmond Tolbert.
You got to give some love to the blockers. And there it is, Jackson spinning and then brought down. It's Drew Roberts trying to make the tackle.
I mean, it's going to take 3 or 4 tacklers almost every single time to bring down Kylan Jackson. And if the first guy, if he doesn't make a miss with his speed, he is just running right through him. And so Prescott continuing got to do a good job of corralling multiple defenders to tackle the senior tailback.
Jackson to the right of Sanford, and this time it's a pass that's batted down, and a really nice play there by Dante DeCourt. He's been really active in this game. The senior gets his hands up and bats that ball out of the air.
Yeah, pressing that offensive lineman into the quarterback, but also keeping his arms up. You know, making it, creating errant throws and tip balls into the throwing window. Prescott's done that now. That defensive line's done that consistently tonight. It's really, really smart, intelligent football. That's a product of well-coached kids.
So now it's a 3rd and long, 3rd and 8 here for the Bears. Sanford back to throw, and he's going to be brought down as a 3rd tackler comes in and just hammers Sanford.
Quarterback keeps on the play.
Yeah, that was a cleanup shot from somebody at the second level there. Doesn't like what he sees. Sanford steps up, tries to pick up the first, and watch this. Couple guys dragging him down, and we have a couple Badgers coming in there, pulling up the pile. Love it. Some tough, ferocious football right there.
Jackson takes it, doesn't punt, but runs with it on 4th down. And does he get the first down? That's the threat you talked about, Cody. When you have Kylan Jackson back there as the punter, we have a player down for Prescott.
Yeah, just kind of, you saw the alignment pre-snap there, bringing 4 or 5 what would be gunners outside. And Kylan Jackson just pummels a would-be tackler to move the sticks. What a play.
Yeah, that was Kingston Douthit that brought him down. More coming your way. 6:32 left in the 3rd quarter here from Prescott High School.
The Fiesta Bowl High School Football Showdown on CW7 Arizona is brought to you by Sweet James. We fight to get what you deserve. The U.S. Army. Be all you can be. And Talk Now AZ. Start a conversation about drugs and alcohol with your kids now. Talk. They hear you.
And back here at Prescott High School, we're going to go down to Lexi Lambert right now, who's on the Bradshaw side of things.
I'm down here on the field, and Niels, you are a foreign exchange student from Germany.
Yes.
You're here for 2 weeks, correct?
Yes.
This is your first American football game.
Yes.
How has it treated you so far?
Oh, it's really nice. It's exciting. I have a lot of fun with a great crowd over there. And wow, in Germany you don't have this type of game. Yeah.
And what has your experience been like here in America? How long have you been here for?
1.5 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's great. It's a great country, yes. Lots of fun. I have a great school. I have great friends. I find great friends here, and I have a really nice time here.
And you want to see the Bears win tonight?
Yeah, I want to see the Bears win tonight. We will win. Yeah.
I love that. Okay, it sounds really exciting, and I want you to get back to watching the game. Thank you so much. Back to you, Jody and Cody.
Well, he has seen a great game, Lexi, that's for sure. Only been here less than 2 weeks. Here's Sanford taking a shot downfield, and the intended receiver was Kyler Ross Centers, but great defense by Prescott, as you see the coverage there by Marco Campusano.
Yeah, just put his arms right in where the ball was thrown into the basket. Nice job by Marco breaking up that pass. How about the German exchange student? That threw me for such a loop. His English
I saw
for being
him
here
at the pep rally today.
He was amazing. Great English.
I think it was Teresa asked him on Arizona Daily Next to who's going to win, and when he said Bears, everybody got so fired up.
So excited.
He's like, he just got here, but he is all in. Kylan Jackson escapes the first arm tackle, but is still brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Blake McGlory, the junior defensive lineman, 6'6", 315. Got his paws on him first, kind of swung around, and then the brigade of defenders came by. And bam, 56, our guy, Gunnar Parra, securing the tackle, and the tackle for loss there. It's a good job. But you mentioned a couple of these linemen that play both ways. The Dante DeCourt, Blake McGlory. There's some size, and a couple of these kids are juniors. They'll be back next year for the Badgers.
And edge rusher Rutger Funk is a junior who's also been known to run the ball here and there. So 3rd and 14 for the Bears. Sanford looks deep and overthrows the intended target, Kylan Jackson, who would have probably had a touchdown there if that ball was on the money.
Yeah, quads to the field side. Trying to get a situation where Kylan Jackson was going right up the seam. But Prescott covered it well. They had safeties in the back there playing everything in front of them. And so again, the Badgers going to start this with back-to-back punts.
So Bradshaw Mountain, Cody, you talked about it. They're 7-2 Grand Canyon region champs, and they are set up for potentially a playoff run. Here's Jackson getting the punt off, lands out of bounds at about the 15-yard line.
Yeah, Jody, when you look at what the Bears have accomplished this season, so they started their year off with Arcadia. Arcadia currently sitting at them and Snowflake at 1-2. Arcadia took it to them a little bit, but when you talk to that coaching staff, it was just a game that kind of got out of hand late there, and they feel like, you know, they have so many newer young players in certain situations. They would love to go see them again. That Snowflake game they played week 3 against the Lobos, that was a game that they had won. They feel like they should have won that football game, but regardless, they're excited that they've already seen both of the top teams in the state because they kind of want revenge. And outside of that, they have really beat up on a very talented region, which is the Grand Canyon region. They're playing their best football right now in the season.
So Prescott takes over, and the give is to Caleb Fox. As this drive will start at the 24, and he gains about 2 yards on the carry.
Yeah, and you mentioned this after the first drive. If listeners tuned in and did not see the first half, Trace Overton was injured. It looked like an ankle injury. He has not come back. We have not seen him on the sideline either. Just brutal. Given the running back injury, the injuries to the running back room that the Badgers have had this season.
Kenny Miller-Terry in motion. Flags fly as Gio Puglisi lets one fly. And it is, I guess he was thinking free play there, but it was outside the outstretched hands of Sean Kidd, so we'll see what the flags are for.
Sean Kidd had a couple steps there. Had a couple steps behind the secondary. And just put a little far too deep. I don't know if this is going to be offsides or a pre-snap penalty here.
You know, you mentioned the running back situation. Braylon Johnson is injured, but he's a 4-time world champion in rodeo.
Wow.
Bareback riding, and so I had heard that from Coach Collette, and I thought, you know, we don't see that a lot in the Valley, down in the Phoenix area.
Cool.
There aren't a lot of high school football players that are doing rodeo. I'm sure there are a few, but not 4-time world champs. So best wishes to Braylon getting healthy and continuing both football and rodeo. And 3rd and 8 now for the Badgers, as Puglisi is directing Fox from his left over to the right side of the alignment. Puglisi steps back, launches the ball in the direction of Kenny Miller-Terry, and it just didn't seem like they were on the same page.
Yeah, Casey Bauman coming from the blind side there on the boundary, comes unevaded and just pummels Prescott's quarterback to cause an errant throw. And Casey Bauman kind of talking it up with Prescott's quarterback there.
Having a little chat after that.
A nice little chat, but yeah, like I said, Casey untouched. And we've seen Bauman's skills in the back half of the secondary there. But I love the blitz call. They dissect or they disguise that really, really well. And Bauman made the most of it.
So once again, back to receive the punt from Ashton Whitwell is Kylan Jackson, who bobbles it, but then grabs the ball and gets out past the 40 and out to about the 46 or 47 yard line. So the Bears will take over around midfield. Let's talk about Prescott's schedule a little bit. And again, 4-5 this season. A lot of common opponents with Bradshaw Mountain.
You look at a lot of these scores too, and it starts with the Thunderbird score and the Coconino score. Those two were important because I feel like if Prescott gets a win over one of them, they're 31 seed right now in 4A. There's a million teams in 4A, it seems like. They're probably looking at a playoff berth. That Younger game last week, I think really, really kind of took the soul out of some of the team a little bit as well, because that was a tough loss for them.
Sanford fires over in the direction of his target, which is Kyler Ross Centers, and the junior makes the catch.
Ross Centers already with a touchdown here tonight in the first half. And I like that. Gets Sanford going a little bit. He was, I'd say, a couple errant throws on the last drive. With Prescott bringing some pressure over there. A nice pitch and catch on first down to maybe get their quarterback in rhythm.
So fresh set of downs from the 44 now. And it's Desmond Tolbert in motion. Sanford deep again to Kyler Ross Centers. And he's down inside the 10-yard line. Big play, nice throw there Sanford on the money for Ross Centers.
That totally set him up with the previous play, which you're going short. And now they double move him to the outside, and a great throw by the senior quarterback, Michael Sanford. Perfect touch on it. Hit him right in the chest for the big play.
Our Red Zone sponsor in tonight's game is Phillips Law Group. Everything you need to win, including a Phillips. 1st and 10 from the 11. A little pitch out to Jackson, who makes the defense miss, and it's a touchdown. What a nice run. Nice move to get in the end zone. 11-yard touchdown run, Kylan Jackson.
And a little speed option into the boundary. And what that does, Jody, it puts the force player on that side. It puts him in a mesh. They go, okay, well, hey, we're not going to block you, but hey, here we go, speed option out there. And then there's Kylan Jackson show. Making 1, 2, 3 guys miss. And look at that. The lean towards the pylon while a defender is on his back, reaches out for another touchdown. Kylan Jackson punching it in for the Bears.
Well, he had one brought back earlier, then he had another long run, and then that 11-yard touchdown run. Bradshaw Mountain goes up by 11, 28-27. With 4:06 left in the third quarter, it is, as you said, Cody, the Kylan Jackson show here tonight in Prescott.
It's just so tough to tackle. I think the word you look for is, yeah, there's some elusiveness to it, but he's slippery. He's really slippery. I mean, these guys cannot, they're one-on-one situations. Kylan Jackson's winning 10 times out of 10. So it is, and everybody knows who's getting the ball. Cody Collette spoke about it to Lexi Lambert coming out of half going, we got to find a way to stop this guy. I love the effort we're playing with. I love our determination. Have to find ways to stop 25. And it seems like nobody in the conference has an answer for him.
Yeah, he's going to have a big game. We'll try to get some totals on his rushing yardage. But another big night for Kylan Jackson here, and in the rivalry game, a tune-up for the playoffs as well. You gotta love the mascots out here too, you know.
Oh,
the Badger. What do we say? The Bears eat the Badgers.
That Badger looks pretty vicious. I'm not gonna lie. A couple some rabies shots after that. That thing gets a hold of you.
Yeah, I mean the bear might eat the Badger, but it's not coming without some pain. So we get set for the kickoff here. It took a little longer in this third quarter to get some scoring going than it did in that first quarter, which was fast and furious. But it's Bradshaw Mountain who has the touchdown, courtesy of Kylan Jackson. And then the kicking into the kick into the end zone. Now we're going to go back down to Lexi, who is over on the Bradshaw Mountain side.
I know, I can barely hear you guys because they are so amped up and electric here. They are so excited to have this score on the board right now. I wanted to interview some of them, but they're just so excited. Okay, tell me about your guys' student section.
My name is Balin. Our student section's awesome. All these Bears work so hard to come together as a community. I love these Bears.
And Max, does this stain your skin?
I think so. We're about to find out after the game.
Okay, but you're a diehard fan, so it doesn't matter.
Of course. I love my school.
And are we happy with the score right now?
We're up. Of course.
Yeah, we're doing great.
Touchdowns.
Touchdowns, Kylan Jackson doing his thing.
I need to see a majority number on that board.
Okay.
We need to win.
Okay, they're going to keep bringing the energy, and it's going to be electric here. Back to you.
Jody, I didn't think I would hear the question. Will this stain your skin tonight?
Right?
He's all redded out, man.
Yeah, he has a lot of red paint on, that's for sure. First down, the carry, and no gain from Fox. And now Puglisi throws in the direction of Sean Kidd. But I had a couple questions over there about now, first of all, just Kylan Jackson. So what is it like to be now you were a pretty good player in high school. We saw your highlights. I mean, Kylan Jackson's the man, right? Every student over there knows Kylan Jackson.
Well, it's so funny because when me and Jordan Spurgeon were on Bradshaw's campus today, we asked about that, and he said, the athletic director said, he's quiet, role model, quiet, great kid in the classroom, which is awesome.
Yeah.
You know, but he plays loud.
3rd and 10, and finding his target, Kenny Miller-Terry, is Gio Puglisi. So KMT with the big catch right there, and that's going to move the chains.
That's a great ball, too. It's a long developing route. The big boys up front have not just done a great job of run blocking, but also pass protecting their quarterback. Long developing route, past the sticks, which is a very smart heads-up play by the receiver. And the Badgers get a much-needed first down there on that 3rd and long.
So the Badgers, they continue to fight in this game and driving down the field looking for a score here. 2:47 in the 3rd quarter. Puglisi looking for Miller-Terry again. Can't make it happen this time.
Intended for Kenny Miller-Terry.
He's kind of scrambling and trying to find his favorite target, Miller-Terry.
Yeah, Miller-Terry has been, target 1 and 2, and then a spring of Eli Allen as a spell underneath. And unfortunately, I'm looking out to the sideline, and out there with Trace Overton is also now Eli Allen, and he looks like he'll be out of the game, which is a huge blow to Prescott. Both looking like they have ankle injuries.
Yeah, that is tough. That is a loss, and that's been the story for Prescott, the injuries. Caleb Fox, though, he has been slippery in the action here tonight at running back for Trace Overton. He's going to get the first down.
Now, how about this power, too? They run this counter a couple of times. Look at the big man up front. A 77 and 73 for Prescott. 73, Elijah Carr, 6'6", 300 pounds, and 77, Bo Bryce, 6'6", 310. So that is 6'6" across the board, averaging 300 pounds. Getting their paws on defensive linemen and driving their feet, creating those holes, and a great first down pickup for Caleb Fox.
Puglisi looks for his target, and he makes the catch going out to about the 34-yard line, I should say. That's Pace Norman. Nice route, nice catch.
Yeah, Pace Norman, the backup tight end, had a catch in that first half, working over the middle once again. That route's been open. The route's been open, and we call it the yak. The yards after catch has also been there. And so Pace Norman picking up where Eli Allen left off.
So Sean Kidd near side, Kenny Miller-Terry to the far side, and it's his handoff to Caleb Fox up the middle. Not a lot for him there, maybe a yard or two.
Yeah, so they're bringing Casey Bauman into the box here, and he's your unblocked player. And right there, he makes a great tackle for no gain, just coming in and squeezing. He's your force player on the outside, can't let anything get outside of him. But any of those inside runs and stuff like that, he's squeezing and attacking. Nice tackle by Casey Bauman.
So looking to the sideline is Puglisi. 2nd down. Steps, throws, looking for Kenny Miller-Terry. What a catch! He was blanket covered there by Casey Bauman, but he was able to hang on for a big gain.
Look at this throw. Steps in, throws an absolute dart right past the helmet of Casey Bauman. And KMT, I like that, what you're nicknaming here. I caught on to that. Kenny Miller-Taylor, KMT, great catch. Great eye coordination, too. That's a heck of a play to stay on top of that.
You can see why the Bradshaw Mountain coaches were going to be aware of him out there. Fox looking for a few blocks, gets some, and gets out to the 20-yard line. Not a bad job on first down, getting 6 yards by Caleb Fox.
Yeah, they're running that counter to death on the right side there. Why not run behind your beef? And it gets the inside backers flowing on the outside. Nice play on first down.
And it's Fox again. Gets the first down and gets down to about the 14-yard line. So Prescott doing a nice job moving the chains. It's another first down. And we're going to go to break right now, as that is the end of the 3rd. We've got 12 more minutes in the Crosstown Showdown, 28-17. Right now it's the Bears who are leading by 11, but the Prescott Badgers, they're driving and they're in the red zone when we return.
back. Fourth quarter action about to be underway. Tonight's drone coverage is brought to you by Sports 360 AZ. For the most complete coverage of high school sports in Arizona, visit sports360az.com. And don't forget, submit your nominees for our all-academic team. One of the best things sports360az.com does. Here at the desk, we were talking about him earlier. We got the Badger, and I got to ask, okay, I heard them saying that Bears eat Badgers, but I'm taking a look at you. I don't think that's happening, right? I think you're going to do some damage at the very least, right? You're going to claw your way through. What about horses? No, he's not a big fan of horses. Okay, we found an enemy tonight so far. But we've also got Michael here, and he's got a t-shirt gun. This looks so much fun. So I think we should see if some of the kids here want a t-shirt, then you guys run on down to the student section. Sound good? All right, do your thing. You know, t-shirt tosses and t-shirt guns are some of the funnest things. Badger looks a little confused right now. I think he's thinking about the bear and trying to make sure that he doesn't get eaten by the bear. And they're just going to keep doing their thing here.
Really tough to see this right now. Gio Puglisi on the field in a lot of pain. He went down. He was looking for a receiver. And it looked like there really wasn't any, I don't believe there's any contact here. He goes down and he grabs his left knee, and it just
and he already has a brace on it too.
He's been battling that knee injury. And James Heffron has been in at quarterback this season at times.
Oh, this is so sad. The non-contact injury, just brutal. Rolling to the right, trying to maximize as much time as possible. This is a really sad. I hope the kid's okay.
Yeah, for sure. With that, we'll step away right now here in the fourth quarter with all the players taking a knee right now. We'll be back right after this. We're back. The injury to Gio Puglisi. He left the field with a left knee injury. James Heffron in at quarterback, and he almost threw a touchdown, Cody. It was down to about the 1 yard line, but the ball was bobbled, and that just fell incomplete.
Yeah, left-handed sophomore quarterback had a completion in the first quarter as well, so he's had some run here, and he is very comfortable rolling to the left, but like I said, just a brutal injury for the senior quarterback.
3rd and 18. Heffron throws down to the far sideline, and that is a catch. A catch was signaled despite the Bears defense saying no, but it's Colton Sunshine on the other end of that pass from Heffron.
Oh, what a catch right here. Good shot by our camera crew. Looks like he secures it, gets foot in. Nice job. So we have a fourth situation now with Heffron, sophomore quarterback. Prescott's had so many injuries, Jody. There's so many sophomores and underclassmen now playing for the Badgers, but huge moment here for the young class of 2028.
A Red Zone sponsor is Phillips Law Group. Everything you need to win, including a Phillips. And now it's going to be a timeout on 4th and 4. So, boy, the Prescott Badgers, they really need to get a touchdown to stay in this one.
Just one of the saddest scenes, too, as we see Puglisi getting worked on is non-contact knee injury. But I was watching head football coach Cody Collette going out there, and here you are in a game that means so much to so many people in the community, and you have just that many injuries. You know, talking to Cody Collette during this week when we were doing our production stuff, I just felt bad for him. It was just like a defeated coach where, hey, they were 10-2 last year. This Badgers team was so talented, and it's just so brutal, Jody, because when you have a senior class like this, there's so much promise. So many of them just out for the year with brutal injuries. As a coach, it's just hard to solve.
Yeah, it really is, and you're right. I mean, they won this rivalry game last year, and it's tough on a senior night to see Gio go down like that. Hopefully it's not too serious. It certainly looked like he was in a lot of pain. So now a field goal try by Prescott here. It's Brady Costas who is on for the kick. It is up, and it is no good. So the field goal try for Prescott that would have made it a 28-20 game is no good. And we're going to go down to the sideline again. And speaking of senior night, Lexi Lambert, what do you have, Lexi?
I am down here with Prescott Spirit Line. I have four seniors here, and you can see they have these amazing baby pictures. Tell me a little bit about them.
So our mom surprised us and picked out all these photos for us a couple weeks ago and surprised us at last week with our photos. So we're super excited for senior night.
How special does it feel to be wrapping up this football season, hopefully with a win, but just to be out here with your team?
It kind of is just really sad, honestly. During our last performance, it's kind of like it hits you that's your last time ever with these girls, and it's so sweet.
Favorite memory you guys have had?
I would just say all the bus rides and practices. Recently, we just pulled a prank on our coaches and wore wigs to practice the other day, and that's always really fun.
I would say probably our summer practices. We always go to a camp a few hours away, and it's so fun to just have our pool night off and take a rest.
Okay.
Mine would be doing chest bumps with Hannah after the half times.
Chest bumps? Yeah.
I love all the chest bumps.
Okay, can you guys give me an example? I can hold your baby pictures. Can you do your chest bump? Yeah. They would love to see it. They're going to take us out. I nailed it. It was amazing. Your seniors right here. Back to you, Jenny and Cody.
Thanks so much, Lexi. We're just seeing the emotion of the seniors here on senior night, and Kylan Jackson doing his thing. Couple of nice runs, just powerful running from Kylan Jackson. Tonight and every night, really, Cody. Like you've said numerous times, one of the best players in all of 4A.
Yeah, we've watched a lot of football this year, Jody, and he is a top playmaker. To me, when he puts his tape together, and if they win this football game, they will for sure get a bye this week. I know his coaching staff's going to push us to a lot of colleges. We are looking at a football player that can 100% play at the next level.
I'm surprised there isn't more interest, but I think you're right. There's still time here, as yes, it is the end of the regular season, but that interest is going to be flowing toward Kylan Jackson. He just, the first run on this drive, I almost laughed because he's got his arm out ready to knock down any defender, and it's almost like he's swimming through the field, and he's so calm and poised, but yet powerful. He's cruising down the field, even though there are, of course, the opponent's trying to tackle him, but he's such a tough runner. 2nd and 9 here. Jackson takes it, gets the corner, and there's that stiff arm again, and he's out of bounds at about the 39-yard line.
Jody, it's like pure confidence. Like you said, he has that arm ready to go. He's like, come on and get me. Come try, right? But, heck, this is probably his, closest 20th carry on the game, and he's running just as hard as if it was his first or second carry. I mean, you're talking about a true workhorse, and he plays defense. He's playing a ton of defense and special teams. He's a punter. He's the returner. He's touched the ball 20-plus times. And this kid doesn't look like he's phased at all either out here.
Yeah. No, he's not. He's not at all. I saw him even out on the field during warm-ups. He's leading the warm-ups. Like you said, they've said at school he's quiet, but great kid. And he's got a bright future. So the first down, and it's Jackson again, and this time brought down by the jersey. I guess if you're a defender, you're just trying to grab any part of Kylan Jackson. Noble Ortega on the tackle. Let's see. Take a look at this because Jackson is down.
I'm hoping he's okay.
I'm hoping he's all right also.
Oh, that's just a
his
tough
leg got
look
twisted underneath him.
He got stuck underneath, and Kylan Jackson is still down. Oh, man. That's just a brutal. I mean, that is, and it's not, it is not a dirty play at all. It's a defensive player trying to wrap up, a playmaker trying to continue to work and get yards. It is just a tough football play, having that right foot get stuck underneath the tackle.
Well, he's up and he's limping and now walking walking off. Now he's running, jogging off. This is great to see, because that's the one thing that you just hope for, is that you don't see these injuries that we have seen, and we've seen them on the Prescott side. And good to see Kylan Jackson jogging off the field.
Well, talk about the Prescott side, Jody. That's the other thing that's so sad for Coach Collette's group. You're looking down here, there's been 3 major injuries to 3 seniors. So the senior class has been decimated, and you're looking at across the board, so many senior football players just hanging out in their Letterman's jackets and braces and slings. Add 3 more to the list just tonight. It has been brutal for the Badgers.
So 2nd and 8 now, and the carry goes to Jones. He's going to take the ball. He has had some carries this season, that's for sure.
And they're sticking to this left side of the boundary. And what they're doing, they're whipping around Desmond Tolbert, senior wide receiver, 6'3", 185. That's playing a lot of H-back as well. He's in that H-back role. They are just pulling him, and he is blocked tremendously. I might sound like a broken record talking about perimeter blocking on the outside, but I love it. I mean, this is a product of these kids getting so well coached by Bob Young and company out there. Nice job by Desmond Tolbert.
Yeah, that is it. It's taking the coaching and executing it on the field. So Jonte Jones, the junior, in there, while Kylan Jackson is out. A couple of moves and down to the 35-yard line, where he is stopped there.
Yeah, I'm assuming this is go-for-it territory. They're going to be about a 4th and 3 situation, so it completely opens the playbook. Play-action rollouts. You can still run the football if you feel efficiently enough. Kylan Jackson still not out on the field. Where from our vantage point, we can't tell if he's on the sideline or behind that, getting worked on by the trainer, but he was able to spring up and run, so that was a really good sign.
It was a good sign for sure.
They might just let this roll all the way down and call timeout. I think that's exactly what the Bradshaw coaching staff's going to do. They're going to list it as a 4th and 2. It looks,
yeah, it's about 4th and 2.
4th and 2 there. And they call timeout. Hopefully Kylan Jackson can go back out there. And to me, if he's ready to go, he's the one carrying the rock on 4th down.
He hasn't been stopped much tonight, although I will say the Prescott defense, they stood him up a few times. He's gotten the ball a lot. He's gotten plenty of touches. I would venture to say maybe 25 carries. And so it's an 11-point game here. Timeout, 4th and 2, as we bring you inside the Santan Ford booth. Jody Jackson, Cody Cameron. One story that Coach Collette let me know about was Bo Bryce, and we know what he does for that offensive line over there at left tackle. His brother Brandon has been battling cancer, battling leukemia, and the support of the community here has been so important. Brandon's doing well. The treatment is going well by all accounts, and so we are wishing the Bryce family much strength and good health for Brandon, as hopefully he is able to beat cancer. And there's a look at Bo and the family. Again, football is family, and so the support that they feel from teammates and the entire family feels from the school is huge.
Yeah, 100%. It's one of those situations where we've seen it a couple times down in the valley, and then here in this case, and it's always a scary situation. But communities like this show tremendous support, and they've talked about that. Coach Collette talked about that, and so that's where you are proud, and you just root best for the kids in those scenarios.
So on 4th and 2 out of the timeout, it's Sanford. He's going to take it himself, and he gets the first down and out to about the 25-yard line. So I like the play call there. Sanford, he got a first down earlier in the game with his legs. Hadn't seen many quarterback keepers in this game until now.
Yeah, went speed option to the field side this time, and about 2 or 3 Badgers not getting flanked out, because who's sitting out there is Kylan Jackson. Go, no, hey, not going to pitch it to Kylan. It's totally fine, because the senior quarterback, Michael Sanford, he turns it up and picks up the first and some more. And more importantly, continuing to extend this drive and burn that clock here in the 4th quarter.
And Kylan Jackson is back. He gets the ball. He's immediately brought down, though, by the defender, and that is, we've called his name a bunch tonight, Dante DeCourt.
Yeah, just swallowed up by that front for Prescott. Also, there was Menno Dow another 6'3", 200-pound junior. So a lot of names that we're calling for Prescott right now. A ton of sophomores playing in some key spots on that offensive side, and a big chunk of these players are juniors too. So you take one bright spot from this season, it's, hey, you have a lot of underclassmen will be coming back for that 2026 season with a ton of game experience that you cannot replicate at practice. These are big moments. Those kids will be ready to rock next fall.
2nd and 11, Sanford, and it's a blitz. He beats it, and the catch is made down in the red zone and down into about the 12-yard line for Bradshaw Mountain, and on the catch,
number 13 there.
Number 13, we are looking
like Landon Taggart.
Landon Taggart, how could I forget, as he scored a touchdown earlier in the game.
Yeah, I mean, that is a perfect play call and perfect execution, because finally Prescott brings almost the house there on that blitz, and they rocket screen right underneath that. Nice heads-up play. Nice play by Landon Taggart.
Yeah, Sanford got rid of it just in time. Blitz was coming. Now Sanford to the end zone. Landon Taggart thought he had it, but it was incomplete.
Man, that's a great route right there. And I believe that's going to be, was that Kyler Ross Centers running there? It was Kyler Ross Centers, 17 there. He goes out and up. Man, what an angle. Just when he goes down on the ground, could not contain the catch as the ground rips that ball out. Heck of a pitch and catch. Great route, though. Out and up from the trips formation side to the field. Just couldn't connect.
Kyler Ross Centers, Landon Taggart. I mean, Kylan Jackson has been the star of the show, but these guys have been reliable targets for Michael Sanford tonight for the Bears offense. So on 2nd down now, a little pass out to the right, looking for Taggart, incomplete.
It seems like, you know, Bradshaw's kind of controlled this second half. Yeah, you mentioned it. We had 40-plus points in that first half. It was kind of slow play from both offenses here, but Bradshaw controlling the time of possession, not only on this drive, but really the entire second half. See if they can get some points. Even here, I think in a 3rd and 10 situation, you get closer to the sticks, Jody, it's 4-down territory.
So 3rd and 10. Ball on the 11. Kylan Jackson is attacked, but it was Sanford that had the ball in his hands.
Yeah, not sure if they were going read option, but once again, that mesh point, we saw that fumble inside the 2-yard line in the end of the first half there, and same thing, the mesh point just did not look good, and almost another error by the Bradshaw offense. And so that will have to bring up the field goal unit as they try to make it a 31-17 game.
Senior kicker Titus Womble is on to make the kick, and the whistles blow. It was a great kick.
23. Bob.
We will get it sorted out on the field.
Bob. Prior to the snap, encroachment, defense number 23. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
I still love that. The mic'd up white hat here for this broadcast on Fiesta Bowl High School Football Showdown. You're watching on CW7. It's an awesome touch to the broadcast.
It is. It's very cool. You know right away what's going on the field, and now we get set for a re-kick. And now a timeout.
Of course.
So this one is slowed down considerably here as we've gotten inside the 4-minute mark, and it's been an epic season of NASCAR on CW, and it all comes down to one race, the NASCAR Xfinity Championship, live from guess where? Phoenix Raceway. 200 laps will determine the champion. Don't miss a minute. It is this Saturday. Coverage begins at 3:30 right here on CW7 Arizona.
Yeah, I know our CW production crew's going down to tonight back down to the valley to gear up for that tomorrow night. That's a cool. I've never been.
You need to get out there.
You said that a couple of broadcasts ago. You said it's amazing.
Phoenix Raceway President Latasha Kazi does a great job, and she's very hospitable too. So we'll got to get you.
Have you been in a car?
I have a couple of times.
Let's go. What top speed did they hit?
I think it was about 130.
Okay.
So I was, I was not comfortable really in that.
In the shotgun going,
Yeah, like I'm one of those.
I mean, it's a tight fit.
Yeah,
it's a tight fit.
I'm not that comfortable with going fast in a car, which I guess most people it's exhilarating and it's really fun and it's exciting. It was cool, but
You're good.
I was kind of grabbing onto the side of the car. So 4th and 10, and Jackson is going to throw it, and it is caught on the goal line by Caden Dabney. Dabney with the touchdown. The junior receiver that's a passing touchdown for Kylan Jackson. So what can Kylan Jackson do tonight that he hasn't done already? Add a touchdown pass to his resume here.
How about the double reverse pass? Kylan Jackson, the lefty, showing that on the run, puts it on the money, and a great sliding catch by Caden Dabney going down to get that all set up by that timeout. So they make the field goal. Prescott jumps off sides, and Coach Bob Young goes, you know what? Instead of making this a 2-score game, trying to attempt this field goal, let's put the dagger in the heart on the road. We are region champs. We're coming out here to dominate. Brings his offense back, and that's a little trickery. Coach Ortiz calling a little trickery on there. Kylan Jackson, we have called his name a million times for his efforts at running back and on the defensive side. Goes, hey, I could do it all. How about a passing touchdown from the senior?
I like that creative play calling. Looks like we're going to have
the play. The extra point is good. Dead ball, personal foul, defense number 23. That penalty will be assessed on the kickoff, 15 yards.
It got a little chippy down in there, and there was some pushing and shoving into the turf. So.
You know what's funny is I think we've had probably 3 or 4 personal foul penalties on the PAT attempts, which means the holder and the kicker, I think in a lot of those situations are getting ran over, which is obviously a no-no. But outside of that rivalry game, it has been clean. A couple holding calls and stuff like that. I think the players are doing a really good job. Really, composure's been fine. Just a couple of the gunners running into the kicker. Those PATs.
So 35-17 now. Bradshaw Mountain taking control of this game with 3:49 left. Kylan Jackson, a little bit of a scare as he was tackled and got twisted with his leg underneath his torso, but he came right back, carried the ball, and then just threw a touchdown pass. So that kick with the penalty yardage tacked on is booted deep into the end zone, out of the end zone. And Prescott will take over.
Yeah, Prescott will take over with their backup quarterback, too. That sophomore, James Heffron, after the senior Giovanni Puglisi had a very unfortunate non-contact injury about two drives ago, and he's on the sideline. He's got an ice pack on his knee, walking around a little bit. Hate to see it. But the Prescott youth on full display here, Jody, on one of the last drives of the season for the Badgers.
So from the 20, it's Heffron, the left-handed quarterback, throwing out there to number 34, which is Pace Norman, pardon me. Pace Norman's been a nice addition here to the offensive scheme. Eli Allen, another injury that you mentioned, and the big tight end has not been in the game for the last quarter, or really since the second half started. So more touches for Pace Norman. And now it's Heffron thrown a little bit off target for Kenny Miller-Terry, who was in a good spot.
And Bradshaw's starting to filter in a lot of twos coming here, the second unit. And I was talking to Coach Young earlier today, and they had two levels this year, Frost soft team and obviously the varsity football team, and said a ton of the sophomores he's brought up. He really likes his class of 2028. Obviously, his grandson's part of that class. It feels like it's a really strong class. So a lot of those sophomores now get some run in for the Bears on this defensive side.
Heffernan looking for Kenny Miller-Terry again and just drops the ball, which is surprising. He's been really sure-handed. He's been the player to watch for the Prescott Badgers here tonight in the receiving corps, and so that is going to bring up 4th down.
And mentioning Eli Allen out of the game in the 3rd quarter. He's in front of us on crutches, unfortunately. And another one, Trace Overton, where Trace had a touchdown called back and a touchdown that would have tied the game in the 2nd quarter. He was running his tail off in the 1st half, too. And unfortunately, an ankle injury going out for him as well.
Ashton Whitwell gets the punt off, and Kylan Jackson takes it. He's still on his feet. He crosses the 50. He turns on the Jets. He's down the field and brought down at about the 8-yard line. Wow, what a return from Kylan Jackson, who, by the way, when you mentioned the 2nd string was coming in, he was still out on the field for the defense. Back there, punt returning. He does punt the ball. He's the punter also.
I mean, is the phrase do-it-all player? It's just even... to me, is the exact definition I'm talking about. Kylan Jackson, he really has. He has done everything offensively for the Bears. He's got 3 touchdowns. He has a passing touchdown. I suppose I want to kick the ball to him. I don't care if he's going out of bounds, you know? Like, you're probably getting better field position, having your defense have better field position, just punting the ball out of bounds and kicking to this kid. He is a one-man superstar out there.
He's so impressive. I thought maybe he was going to take it to the house. He's really hard to bring down. But they're on the 9-yard line. So once again, Bradshaw Mountain, they can add on already at 35 points. And the handoff to Jonte Jones for a change of pace over there on the right side. And he's down to what looks like the 2-yard line. So a big gain there.
I really like this play call here. You motion Kylan Jackson out, and then you're bringing this counter in. Jonte Jones running right behind 2 lead blocks in a punishing run, too, to get inside the 5.
Yeah, the future is bright. You mentioned some of the guys coming up. Jonte Jones, he is a junior. He came into the game with 419 yards rushing this season. And now Jones just to the left of Michael Sanford, and Sanford's going to take it himself, and he'll be stopped short. Interesting play with some blocking up front and 2 backs on the field.
Gunnar Perry came flying off the edge to try to get him behind the backfield. And a nice job by Bradshaw's quarterback, the senior Michael Sanford, to make a miss, try to get some yards. And they could probably 3rd and 6 here. If they run this, I mean, no matter what, they're going to have to run 2 plays. We'll see what the Bears do. But I think the Bears offensively owning the time of the possession in the 2nd half, Jody, playing stout defense. It's a big key win here.
Yeah, so the clock winding down. And Bradshaw Mountain with the 18-point lead here in the rivalry game, the 34th edition of the Crosstown Showdown. And it's a packed house here at Prescott High School. Now we're inside a minute. Bradshaw Mountain will improve to 8-2 on the season. A pretty special season in the making for the Bears here.
Yeah, this will pretty much lock up the number 3 seed for the Bears. Once again, the ranking show is Saturday morning at 10 a.m. And those top 3 seeds, Arcadia, Snowflake, and them. Arcadia and Snowflake play the game of the week tomorrow night at Snowflake.
That's going to be a battle.
That is a huge battle.
Sometimes it snows up at Snowflake. I don't know if it will
the weather for it.
It's actually been pretty warm in the valley still, so I don't expect it, but it's pretty high. The elevation is high up there. They love their football. That's a great community too.
Yeah, the Lobos.
We'll have to do one up there.
I would be stoked to do
cool.
That. Lobos, man.
Badger fans, thank you for coming out. Let's give it up one last time for our seniors on the football team.
So with 4 seconds left, the clock stops, and the PA announcer here is asking for applause was to celebrate the seniors on the field. So emotional. I went through it as a parent, right? My son Connor graduated in 24, and it's, you know, he's continuing to play football at the collegiate level, but it's still sad because Lexi has illustrated to us what it means to be a high school student. Yeah. It is a ton of fun, and it is a snapshot in your life. And so congrats to these kids, these seniors, and the spirit we've seen from both schools tonight has been terrific.
Yeah, small community football, amazing venue, amazing game. It's fun.
So they'll take a knee. The Bradshaw Mountain Bears are victorious in the Crosstown Showdown. 35-17 is the final. The Prescott Badgers here tonight have had injuries all season that they battled here. It was 21-17 at halftime. There is the final. Our Fiesta Bowl High School Football Showdown continues as the teams meet on the 50-yard line. More, you're coming your way after the break.
The Fiesta Bowl High School Football Showdown on CW7 Arizona is brought to you by the Fiesta Bowl and Fiesta Sports Foundation, supporting Arizona youth, sports, and education.
We've had a blast here in Prescott here tonight, thanks to the Fiesta Bowl, the Fiesta Sports Foundation. And right now we're going to get some post-game coverage. Lexi Lambert standing by with the winning coach for Bradshaw Mountain, Bob Young.
Yes, I am down here. You can see behind me the cup. Coach, you guys are walking away with this. How does it feel to win the rival game?
Oh, I'm just so proud of these guys. They battled, and we knew Prescott would give us their best game. But, you know, we haven't had this in over a year, and these guys have worked hard to get it back.
Feels good to have it back. You guys are heading into postseason now. What are you looking forward to?
Well, just keep getting better every week.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Coach. We'll be right back.
You got it. Okay, they're gonna.
The game, time for our Whataburger play of the game. It's Kylan Jackson. What a night that he had. Running the ball, racking up the yardage, already holding the school records, but finishing out this night, this rivalry game, and his senior season with a big night. Running the ball, he also had a touchdown pass on a trick play, and continuing to do a job on special teams and defense. He does it all. He never comes off the field, Kylan Jackson. And now we're going to send it back down to Lexi. Lexi, who do you have with you?
It's a special time because it's time for Brett to give away the belt.
Yep. Gentlemen, congrats on the hardware coming back home. We also got one more thing to give out. I think this one's pretty easy. Kylan, you even threw a touchdown, man. Let's go. Let's go.
Amazing game.
It just feels great. I couldn't have done it without my linemen, my team. The chemistry, I love these guys so much. Without them, nothing is possible.
And you're ready to walk back to school with the cup, with the bell, and celebrate with your school.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. On to playoffs.
Okay, and celebrate with your team.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, of course. Back to you, Jody.
Thanks, Lexi. Our postgame coverage is just getting started, but congratulations to Kylan Jackson. Outstanding performance tonight here for the Bradshaw Mountain Bears. We'll be back right after this.
The Fiesta Bowl High School Football Showdown on CW7 Arizona is brought to you by the Fiesta Bowl and Fiesta Sports Foundation, supporting Arizona youth, sports, and education.
Highlights. Bradshaw Mountain on the board first in this one. Landon Taggart getting it done as he knocks it over the pylons. Yeah, Prescott did a good job getting that there. We're having some audio issues over here with Cody, but Bradshaw Mountain, long run here by the man of the night, Kylan Jackson. Big time play here. He's the belt winner today. There's going to be plenty more highlights of this guy, not only tonight, but throughout the playoffs and the rest of his football career.
I think I'm alive there. Here we go, Spurge. I'm alive here. How about this? Bradshaw's offense cooking. Both offenses really cooking here in the first half, but it was 100% the Kylan Jackson show. Look at this running through would-be tacklers, showing off the speed, the acceleration. Jordan, this kid is phenomenal.
Unreal. And then Caleb Fox for Prescott in the first half. They were trailing 21-10. This made it 21-17. Nice dance moves in the backfield. Stays patient for the hole and finds the paydirt. That kept it close in the first half and even early in the second half. Scoring was hard to come by, but Kylan Jackson on the flip gets it done to make it 28-17.
Anytime the Badgers had any sort of momentum in this game, it just like Kylan Jackson just totally daggered them in the heart. Not just with the run game, but also in the pass game. How about that double reverse pass, rolling left, and throws an absolute dagger into the end zone. Yep. This kid's phenomenal. We were talking about this. This is 100% a college football prospect.
He's a college football prospect for sure. The horse over here is asleep, spirit is alive, and we had a fun time here. Big time rivalry game. Thank you to Prescott High School for having us tonight. Bradshaw Mountain throughout the day as well. We had an excellent time. We'll see you next week for Perry and Basha. Good night, everybody.